Hello, welcome everybody to Roll with Advantage. My name is Joe, and well, a little different. This is not the Salamander Coast. This is Shadows over the Crownlands, a Roll with Advantage one-shot, an evil one-shot. That is canonical, yes, as Connor confirmed there in the chat, Onion. This is canonical, and well, I am excited to see the exact implication that this has on the campaign, because when we originally talked about doing this forever ago, I said that anytime between now until you guys sort of reconnect with the Dark One cult, that would be the perfect time to do that one shot. And well, last session they just reconnected with the Dark One cult. So, ladies and gentlemen, that sounds like that must mean it's the perfect time to do this one shot. Here what, you know what, actually let me go ahead and disable the slides up there in the corner, just because those do not need to be there if we're not doing the thing. And then let me make this a little bit bigger, just because we can have more chat on the screen now. Let's go ahead and do that. So height, let's make the height of the thing 1200. Done. Look at that. Alrighty. So now that entire black square right there is just going to be all your chat messages. So chat it up. Inform the players about how many bad decisions they're making that will actually affect their own campaign. It's really kind of funny. Okay. So I think with that, I'm still going to run the Salamander Coast intro just because that music's too good to not. And then we will go ahead and get started. So, by the way, if you do like the music in the intro, check out Luca and Julia on Facebook. Very good music. Okay, and thank you, Mark. Of course, our artists, Lisa, Gemma, Andy, and PT Dat, all on Instagram. So, let's go ahead and roll the intro, and then let's go ahead and get started.
Probably, but
what do you mean?
Just do something really strange. Be French again.
We are back
Mike,
right there. Got a nice little
hello
cut up there of you guys talk about whatever you were talking about. So let's go ahead and pull all to scene. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started.
Well, I like this place.
Alrighty. There comes a time in any adventurer's life, in any warrior, mage, mercenary, where they have to decide a very important thing. Do they continue to fight for what's right and just in the world? Or do they make a decision that ensures their survival? Do they make a decision that ensures that they will continue to live on, regardless of what happens to them, whether it be death, darkness, or destruction? They will continue to exist. There are such entities in the world of Illica that claim to have such power. There was once a lich by the name of Chiron who somehow managed to mend his life, to change and alter his own form, and embed himself into a mountain in order to sustain his life. Eventually, he was destroyed, of course. The Lich god Vecna was destroyed, of course, as well, time and time again. Lich after Demon King and Devil Queen, they are all cast down and destroyed, never to be heard from again. But there's one entity who, regardless of how many times, is cast out or away. At least, the heroes think that they were cast out and away. Never gone, though. Always present, always watching and waiting for their opportune moment to strike. Our party, our group of individuals here, not mercenaries or heroes, definitely not heroes. People who have their priorities in check, I think is the better word to use. People who know what the right decision is and what the better decision is. So, our group of 4, as all of you are approaching the keep of Shael Shaiar, a fortress buried deep within the mountains of shadow. You travel there inside the mountains, and your eyes are almost tricked into believing you are outside. You swear you see a starry night, blips of golden light cascading across black waves. For moments you're tricked, you see greenery and life, trees, rolling rivers, and animals, but you know, all just illusions of comfort. As the lord of this keep, and, in truth, the lord of all, he does this as a comfort to you, as a favor, so you don't get too uncomfortable in his home. So, as the 4 of you approach the keep, you are not the only 4. There are approximately 500 to 700 people approaching, riding in lines of horses, all of them wearing the exact same thing. Soft, black silk robes trimmed with white lace, the hoods pulled up to hide your identities, as some of those who serve him, they don't want people to know their identity. So, I ask the 4 of you, do you bear your identity bare for all of those to see in this caravan of riders, or do you conceal it?
Wicker is kind of like his art. He generally conceals his face behind a wicker mask. Oh. Status quo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Clementine doesn't give a fuck. So yeah.
Nakure will go ahead and calmly bare his face as well.
And then Cassius?
He also does not give a fuck, so...
Okay. So you 4 plus 9 others are the only ones to bear your faces. All of the other 500 to 700 people, they keep their faces concealed. They hide themselves from the majesty that they are about to see. So, since the 4 of you are bearing your faces, could you go ahead and give a description, as the other PCs would be able to look over towards where you are and see what you look like. So we'll go ahead and start with Nakure, Wicker, Cassius, and then end with Clementine. So Nakure, what does Nakure look like? Give us a good old physical description.
Nakure, who is a rather tall and slender man, he is a Triton. He's very out of his element around here. There's not many Tritons around, particularly in the more sinister parts of the world, but he can often be confused for a water genasi because of that. But he's gilled, he's fish-scaled, he's often not wearing much because the chill of winter seems to mean nothing to him. And yeah, that's Nakure.
Alrighty, let's move on to Wicker now.
So, yeah, Wicker is basically his face can only be seen currently by the mask, which is just almost like the lid to a wicker basket that forms a hood. I mean, it forms the face hole of the hood. Every part of his body, every part of his, his work clothes, they're like peasant clothes, seem armored or padded underneath. Every part of them is like cuffed and like tucked in, so it's almost like a medieval hazmat suit. So I mean, he's a bigger guy, wide, not as tall, maybe like 5'8". So, and with that strange mask, he's undistinguishable. Nobody else would wear a mask like that. A giant like wicker basket, like a tall style, like in the photo, on his back like a pack.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very cool. Cassius?
So, Cassius Quinn is a moderate height, about average, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", half elf, wood elf. So you look at him, malnourished, skinny to the bone, hair tied back into a ponytail, some wisps of white in it as well from age. Looking at his face, again, skinny, you can see his jaws and like his bones. His eyes are glazed over and pale. And across all of his face and up towards his forehead is a tattoo of a barren tree. In the center of it is an eye at the top where the branches spread out from. There is an owl who is accompanying him on his shoulder.
Okay, does the owl have a name?
No.
Oh, okay, all right. And then finally, last but not least, Clementine, what you looking like?
She's a halfling. She's barely an adult halfling, so young. So she's short. She's got a little bit of the baby face going. She is wearing her hair in those wrapped kind of space bun, not that they would call them space buns, but look. And she has very just practical clothing on, studded leather armor. And she has a very large bag on her back and with weapons and different weapons even poking out of it, even cutting through the bag in some places. But no weapons are actually on her ready to use. It's just like a satchel, big bag full of just weapons for what seems like no reason. And yeah, she looks like a little girl, kind of, with a bag of weapons.
Hell yeah, man. Okay, very cool. So, all of you then approach. Hoods pulled back, along with 9 others. These 9 others as intimidating and as unique as you are. The one that catches your eye most of all is a person you never thought you would see in these parts. A Goliath. Large, thick form. As broad as a barn and as tall as one too, almost. You can tell that this Goliath, the blood of the giants runs strong within him. A man, long, fiery red beard, shaven, bald head, and his tattoos. Most Goliaths have tattoos that they're born with, birthmarks, rather, of black, but his are this deep red, almost as if his morning ritual is tracing these sigils and shapes on his face in the blood of an enemy he just killed that morning. You can see that he bears no weapons on him at all. Nothing. all he has are these two massive hands. And you can see on those hands, almost as if he's carved off skin and bone, revealing bits and pieces of meat and flesh, and even in some parts bone. As if the hand was decaying, but you can see that as you now get a better look at him, although his hand is missing pieces, it's not decay or undeath. He's living. He's bleeding out of those hands. And you can see as you're writing, he takes out a knife and just slowly begins to carve away, etching another rune into his hand. And with that flesh, flicks it and feeds it to the animal that he's riding, a stallion of some kind, but unnatural. It is built like a horse, but gaunt and thin, with wisps of flame coming off of its tail and mane. You would assume that a horse this weak couldn't carry a figure that large, but it is, and shows no sign and no issue. That Goliath man continues to ride, and the other ones, as I said, are similarly interesting as all of you, but that is the one that catches your eye the most. So all of you make your way through the roads and eventually around the winding paths until eventually you begin to enter the keep. His keep. The keep of Shael Shayar. You wait with anticipation as to his arrival. You make your way into the resplendent yet decayed keep, and you can see that there are servants who approach you as you approach the gates. They take your horses and any other goods you wish for them to carry, and you can see that as they approach, they are wearing similar cloaks and robes as you, black silk, but with no white trim. And for any of you that dare to take a look underneath the hood, you can see a mouth sewn shut and eyes gouged out. They take your items and they guide them away. Whatever personal belongings you wish to keep on you, they do so, but any of your horses or traveling supplies they take. Then there is one. Something that all of you have heard of before. What those who are not familiar with the ways of the Dark One call a seer. A woman, dwarvish, with black painted face from her nose to her forehead. And you can see her eyes shimmer with red and light. Not light, but flame. Not the part of light that's comforting for most. The part of flame that hurts, that burns, that destroys. All of you know that this is an Atha'an, a seer. Someone who, to the most loyal servants of the Dark One, can break their will and body and turn them into a terrible arachnid-like creature. The cavalry of the Dark One. You make your way in to the keep, and you can see its resplendence is without fault, especially in the throne room, which is where we'll pull you all now. You can see immaculately carved and etched statues of the different entities and monster that the Dark One is known for, his thralls, his creatures. You can see immaculate windows and casings, and a beautiful gold and red rug that extends out in this entire foyer area, but you can see that there is a bridge that is broken and crumbled. And on the other end of where that bridge would be is more path, stairs up, and then a throne. But that throne is empty. All of you make your way in, and you begin to stand and wait. As you stand there and wait, most of you are fairly well traveled. You have been to places in the world, and although some of those who aren't brave enough to bare their faces, you can recognize where they're from. You can see the trim of a dress sticking out from the bottom of the robe. You can see the specific rings and gauntlets of different lords and generals. You can hear the grinding of dual blades on the back of sand whisperers from the ancient lands of Calderaz, or you can see just the corners of painted faces from the blood hunters of Efera. You've been to many places. You've seen many things. And these people who refuse to show their faces, while they are servants, they could never do what you do. They could never do what you're willing to do to secure what you want. All of you stand and wait. 45 minutes, an hour passes, slowly starting to shuffle and move. And eventually, once discomfort strikes, you hear what sounds like the crackling of lightning and thunder, but the roaring of flame, and near the throne a portal opens, shimmering red and yellow light. Flame. There is no light that emanates off of it, but just pure, hateful flame enraptured with shadow. And there you see him. The ones that those in the material plane, in the nine hells, in the abyss, in Celestia, anywhere and everywhere across the multiverse, you see he who causes fear in even the gods. Those who don't know his name call him the Dark One. Those who do know his name and are too afraid to say it call him Raitan. But everyone in this room knows exactly what his name is. And all of you know that even speaking it can cause the minds of men to melt and decay, just from the uttering of his name. You can see that he emerges from the portal maybe 10, 15 feet off the ground and slowly begins to float down, never placing his feet on the ground, hovering and moving as if walking was too much of a chore for him. You can see a man, his form thin and lithe, resplendent robes of gold with sashes of red, trimmed in black. You can see a face underneath the cloak, but half of it shielded in a golden mask that seems to have streaks of red coming down from the forehead and the eyes. There you see the Dark One. He begins to float and hover, crossing that gap, that bridge, floating into the crowd, and you can see some move away in fear, bowing to his majesty. You see him look towards those who bow and nod, and then begin to look around towards all of you. The group of you four, huddled closely together, almost shoulder to shoulder in this tightly packed room. And his voice begins to echo throughout the chamber. So, this is what I have This is what has come to me. There have been other cycles that have been more plentiful. There have been other cycles that have given me more, but you will do. You will do. And you can feel that as his gaze moves around the room, you feel as though whenever he looks at you, not even making eye contact, he reads your history, everything about you, learning it all in a passing glance. Tomorrow is a special day, my children. There are those who have plagued us, and tomorrow, the 29th of Frostwind, it will be over. And he looks around the room again, and you can see him float down to make eye contact, one person at a time. Looking towards one, and they nod and then vanish in a enveloping swirl of black smoke. And one by one, he does that to all of those who are in the room. They vanish and disappear, until eventually there are only 13 remaining. You 4, plus 9 others. You all intrigue me. You choose to bear your face. So, tell me why. Why? Show me your true self. Why show others who you are? What do you hope to gain? And he looks towards you first, Nakure.
Nakure will raise up his head and make eye contact, if that is so doable, with the Dark One. I hear you're a person who takes. I've been told my life should be used to give, and I want to take. Do you need more?
That will do. He looks to you, Wicker. And you.
Me? Each regard to another. I've got to keep after my flock just the same. Maybe only a demigod. I know where you're headed. All the way to the top, and I'm riding that elevator right beside you. You fall, I go too. Look, that's enough.
And you. Looking towards you, Cassius.
The winds are changing. I have seen the will of the weave that has brought me here. I am but a servant.
And after no words, he looks towards you, Clementine.
I want people to know who my allies are, and I want them to be afraid of me and my allies.
Good. You 4 will do nicely. There are 2 things that you should know. Looking towards you first, Wicker. My power is a fraction of what it once was. But believe me, I am no demigod. There was once darkness, and there was once light. I was that darkness, half of everything. And now, I will take that back. And you, looking towards you, Cassius, the will of the weave may have brought you here, but the weave will be no more when I am done. There will be my will, and my will alone. You four will do nicely. And you see him look towards the other, and when he looks at them, all you can see is emotion on their face. You don't hear any words. So, for a moment, you recall to your conversation, were you speaking? Were you saying anything? Or were you thinking it? You could hear the other people's words, the other three around you. But after several moments going from person to person to person, the other 9, eventually he snaps one by one, and they vanish. Until eventually it is just you 4 and the Dark One. He looks down at the 4 of you, and he says, "You 4, you will be the ones. You will start this off on the right note." And you see he conjures in his hand this ball of intense heat and harm, and then cascades it around in a swirl of shadows, trapping this small bead of destruction in a black casing. And he hands it to you, Cassius. And you feel your hand reach up, almost magnetized to this orb. You will find a Goliath, similar to the one that you saw in this keep. I will get you where you need to go, and from there you will infiltrate as honored guests. You will wait, you will make peace, and then you shall present a gift to their Grand Master. And that gift shall be a mighty one. When you have finished your business there in their keep, you will find a waystone. When you have found the waystone, Cassius should know how to use it. And from there, you will make your escape. But remember, even if you die, that is no escape. If you fail me, you will be punished. Do I make myself clear?
Too
Clementine's
wise
going
to fix
to nod.
failures.
Very well, then. You are dismissed, and please remember Death is no savior. You cannot escape me. I will always be watching. With that, he raises up his hand and snaps his fingers, and you are enveloped by shadow, and you can feel yourself drowning in that shadow. A flurry of nightmares and horrors wave before your eyes. Every deepest, darkest fear you've ever had, every doubt and misstep you'd ever had, flashed before your eyes. But then eventually, that darkness and shadow is replaced by white, snowy fields. Tall pine trees surrounding you, and blue crystals creating a half circle around you. You can see, as you begin to reappear, you can hear footsteps coming out of the woods near you, and you can see what looks to be approaching you in this area. One woman with fiery, bright red wings. What almost looks to be some type of divine being. 6 soldiers, and then behind them, 2 small dragons, 2 dragon wormlings. And you can see the woman as she flies down from the sky, hearing the rest of the footsteps, seeing the rest of them appear as your vision settles. You can see the woman. She raises up her hand, and you can see a bright, white, gleaming, glowing sword. And you know what this person is. This is a servant of Rotan. Servant of the light. And you can see that as she lands and approaches, those beautiful wings sprawling out behind her, she raises up her hand and she will shout out and say, "In the name of Nabir Tarman, I, Bera Oyona Omer, demand you to throw down your weapons and surrender to the light, dark friends." Hands glowing with radiant energy and a sword to match. With that, I'm going to go ahead and pull all 2 scene. Uh-oh. Let me configure. Bump. 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 Sorry. There we go. All right. So there we go. All of you can see then, unless that's going to be weird. Okay. All of you can see there the setup. So you can see there are the 6 what look to be normal soldiers, the woman of radiant light, and then the 2 dragon wormlings behind the 6 soldiers. You can see the cascading crystals all around you, and her hand still raised, hovering slightly above the ground, ready for a fight. What would all of you do?
Well, Nakure will smile, showing a sharkish maw of teeth underneath. And he'll turn to everyone and... I guess we'll hold introductions for after the bloodshed.
Sounds good to me.
Whoa there. Hold on. Getting a little too excitable. Hold up. And he's Wicker's gonna go ahead and turn towards Light and say, "Oh, ain't you darling? It's all right. Here, I got something just as sweet for you in my bag here. Come on over. Show it to you."
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Right.
What a move.
No.
Oh.
He's not.
I thought it was going to hit that 20. It really did.
It was
Kind
close.
of goading. I think he's being very persuasive.
So she looks down towards to what you're gesturing at and says, "So, you have decided your fate. Very well. Then you shall die in the name of the light and the name of Rotan." And with that, she looks towards the 6 soldiers and to the 2 the bronze dragon wormlings behind her, and points her sword forward towards the 4 of you. And with that, you boys, I would like you to go ahead and roll some initiative for me.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh.
I have advantage on initiative, so I'm just going to click it twice.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
You'll be right back.
Oh, you did. That's okay. Thank you.
Gotta entertain the chat in the meantime.
Also, because I'm an idiot, how do we roll initiative again?
Sorry,
I'm sure you just click the word
my
initiative.
wife is the nicest person and got me gourmet truffles. However, she did say that she ate one of them, so that's okay though. Oh man, I can tell which ones of these are coconut, and that makes me sad. Okay, let me go ahead and roll initiative for these bad boys here.
Oh.
I have to reread through all of my spells because I forgot all of them when I made this character forever ago.
Okay, alrighty, there we go. Hopefully, let me pull up the initiative order on the thing here. There we go. All right. Initiative. Wow, that's a lot of 4s. Holy crap. Jeez. Okay. All right, here we go. It's starting out heroic because they think they're gonna win. Because, remember, you guys are the villains. They're so excited. They're going to win. Look at that. They've got you outmatched. It's going to be fine. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start combat begin. So that actually means that we have our 3 frontline medics who are up first. So they are going to go ahead and... yeah, they're just going to... for one, they're going to go ahead... This one right here is going to cast Sanctuary on the angel right here. So... Sanctuary. Bop. 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 Alrighty. So Sanctuary, she is going to go ahead and get warded. So that way, you have to make a Wisdom saving throw DC 11 in order to hit her. If not, it just fails. Then he is going to go ahead and get right here, getting right there, in front of her. Okay. So with that, that will go ahead and end his... no, it will not, because he has a bonus action. Or an action, so... Let's see... Actually, yeah, he's going to hold his action, his attack action, in case anybody approaches him. Then we come to the next one right here. This guy right here is going to move in line right here, and is going to go ahead and cast Sanctuary again. Ba. Ba, 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 ba. Except he is going to cast Sanctuary on the guy standing in front of him. And then is going to hold his attack action in case anybody gets within 5 feet of him. Then this guy is going to go ahead and run over here and is going to cast Sanctuary on the other guy, and then is going to hold his attack action. Hey, you're laughing now.
Oh, I know, it's going to be super hard to hit, but it's fine.
Okay, so then with that, Nakure, you are first up on the turn order. What are you doing?
All right. Well, he will laugh to himself as a free action. And then as a bonus action, I will go ahead and do what I am supposed to do when you play a barbarian, and I'm going to rage. I also am going to declare it as a frenzy. Because Nakure is unfamiliar with the concept of exhaustion. And so I'm going to take exhaustion when this is done, but I will have the option on every turn after this one to use my bonus action for an extra attack. So that's nifty. And for now, I have movement speed of 40, which means I can fuck up anyone up here, really. So I'm going to run... I am a barbarian, so I'm gonna get. Oh, gotta go back to the. I was on the measurement tool. All right, I have an untraditional barbarian weapon. I have a glaive. So it's a 10-foot reach, D10 damage. So I am going to hit that guy with my first attack, and that one with my second attack.
Okay, so before you do get those, this guy does right here get an attack of opportunity on you, and that'll go ahead and be a 6 to hit. That ain't gonna hit because your AC is 15. So he thrusts with the spear, but you are just too quick, too agile. You dodge out of the way, and then you can go ahead and get some retaliation. So let's go ahead and see if that hits.
Alrighty. So, and I will not do reckless attacks on either of these. So these will just be normal. So first one for the one that is closer to me. Go ahead and hit roll.
26, that's a hit.
And
12
for
damage.
12 damage. And that's, I think we didn't add the thing. So that's 15 then for rage, or did you add the thing?
Oh no, I need minus another 3. Gotcha. Okay. And then...
Yeah. So I can just remember that. That's easy enough.
Okay. And then he needs to make a concentration check.
Yeah. Whoops. And I jumped the gun on the other one, but there it is.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, he actually fails the concentration check. Wow. What a guy.
Nice.
Makes you cry. All right, so the Sanctuary drops on that one. So he, right there, is going to go ahead and... So the 26 does hit, 8 points of damage, minus an additional 3. Minus 3, there we go. Alrighty, cool. So you slash into both with the glaive, and it actually does a considerable amount of damage to that first one. That first one slashed right across the chest, breaking through parts of the plate metal that he has on, right? Plate metal and shield, you're able to break through most of it and do some crazy damage to him already. He is not looking good at all.
Alrighty, so yeah, I'm just going to toss my glaive around artfully and hit both of them, and then, well, manically laughing, I will turn back to the other three and say, "Now, show me why I should like you!" And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, alrighty, very cool. That's so funny. Alrighty, so let's see, the Battle Force Angel here, Iona, she's going to go ahead and move around to where you are, Nakuro, and she's going to take 2 attacks at you with her longsword, glowing with divine energy. 1 normal, 2 normal.
Oh my. Much dice.
Oh, dice!
Wow, that's because the first one was a natural 20. That's kind of crazy.
Much.
Alright, if the target is within 5 feet of any. Okay. Alrighty. So that means on the first one, you're going to go ahead and take... I don't know why that extra D4 of... Oh, I see why that extra D4 of radiant damage is there. Okay, so... it's really funny. If the target is within 5 feet of any angels, allies, target 2. Okay, so that means it's a lot of stacking damage. So, first things first, 6 plus 8 is 14, so you're going to take 7 points to begin with. So, mark that off first.
Cool.
But then you take the radiant damage, which in this case is a lot because of the way that I rule crits. Let's see, 18 plus 32 is 55.
55 radiant damage.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool.
But I'll break out some healing stuff.
Holy shit. Alright then. Yep.
I'm just gonna die.
Like I said, that's only because of the way that I do crits, because that's just 4d8 maxed out. I actually don't think that... Okay. It already rolled it, so we'll just keep that. Okay, alrighty. But then that is the end of her turn. That is all she can do. She is a DPS. So that ends her turn. Then we come to another frontline medic here, who is going to run up right right here, and is gonna go ahead and guess what? Cast Sanctuary. Oh yeah. He's gonna cast Sanctuary on this guy right here, who is damn near next to death. And then he's gonna go ahead and make a spear attack against you, Nakuro, but that is a 14, which is a miss. So he thrusts with his spear, but he is just not able to hit. And then we come to Clementine.
Okay, so hold on, my character sheet's being weird again. So let me fix that. There we go. She is going to sorry, my brain stopped. Okay, she's going to not touch any of the weapons on her back, and she's going to take out of her pocket that a shimmery gold, like silvery slate stone. And then she's going to grip it tight in her hand, and it's going to expand into a also like slate, kind of like silver color, glittering great axe. And then she's going to vibe very hard with Nocture. What is your name? Nocture.
Yeah, Nocture.
And she's going to just be like kind of giggling to herself, like swinging it around already, like kind of flashy, like kind of like jaunt almost, like she's just like almost skipping on over, and she's going to take one attack on the one right in front of her, and then the next attack on the one to her right, our left.
Okay, so the first thing I need you to do is make a wisdom saving throw to try and attempt to hit, because that's Sanctuary.
Oh, I'm not wise, but let's go.
Well, DC's 11, so...
Well, let's hope it's good.
Oh, no!
Oh, fuck. Well...
Okay,
hey.
So the first attack misses. You still have a second attack, though.
Alright, I'll do my second attack still. Why won't it roll? Roll.
Well, you still have to make a...
Oh, wait.
A wisdom saving throw.
I get to... Anytime, Oh, I was supposed to do a saving throw again?
Yeah, do another one, yeah. Because you have to make another one.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand now. I'm all caught up.
Okay, so
That
23
one,
does
yay.
hit for 15 points of damage. Yeah, that is it. Okay.
But I'm going to add, because I get to add I can choose to add a D4 with my precise conjuring. So I'm gonna do that.
Oh, man. Oh, let's see what this D4 does.
I know. Sorry.
Hey! No, that's okay. Alrighty. So with that, Clementine, as you run up on this first one, you are able to slam down the great axe into its neck and just lop off the head, and the body just falls limply to the ground, dead. Easy peasy. One hit, one kill.
All right.
Alrighty. So anything else, Clementine?
Nah, she's just gonna be, again, like, just kind of ready to hit the next one. She's excited.
Okay, alrighty, so then we come to the first bronze dragon wormling here, who is going to fly over towards where you are, Clementine, and is going to go ahead and use its, let's see, it's going to go ahead and use its lightning breath in a line here, right, because its lightning breath is in a line, 40-foot line, 5 feet wide. Okay, so I need, oh shoot, no, never mind, it's going to do it like this right here. So I need just Clementine to go ahead and make a... oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I need... Cassius, Wicker, and Clementine to all make... oh, wow. Oh, it automatically rolled the saves for you guys. Oh, wow. And then... Okay, so Wicker, you saved with it. So actually, Clementine, you were not in range. That was my bad.
Okay.
So with that, it does hit Wicker, or Wicker saves, Cassius fails, and it should have already taken the damage away, actually.
This is some high-tech shit, man.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. That's never actually worked when I wanted it to, so that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, so with that...
We're not playing D&D anymore.
You might as well just be playing... Next session's going to be isometric, so we're pretty much just playing Baldur's Gate.
It's just playing 90s RPG at this point. It's just
Okay.
We already have one person doing all the voice acting.
Okay, so with that,
Okay, I'm
that
done,
is
I'm
the Dragon's Breath attack, and that is it. That's all it can do. So then we come to Wicker. So you were able to dodge partway out of the lightning breath. What are you doing now?
Say, all right, well, I'm taking offense to that. And you hear like this buzzing, humming noise coming out of his pack, and then it just erupts with bees, like thumb-sized bees are just flying all over the place. The first thing he's doing is he's gonna take a he's gonna take a longbow shot at that bronze wormling.
Okay. Alrighty, take a longbow shot.
Just gotta find my way over here. It has not been. No, not exhaustion. No. There we go. It add 2 to the roll, but it's been difficult. So I'm gonna try.
Oh, is it not?
That's not. I don't think it's adding my fighting style.
Gotcha. So, fighting style.
It's just 2.
Okay, it's just 2. Alrighty. So, 22 does hit the bronze dragon, luckily. So go ahead and roll your damage then. Clickety-clack. Track for 4 points of piercing damage.
Alright. So, this arrow, Wicker is gonna draw it back, and there's a little tiny honeycomb on it. The feather. And as he shoots it into the wormling, a bunch of bees are going to chase after it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna roll for d6 extra damage on that for my swarm bees.
Sounds good. I'm gonna
D6 bees.
and then 2 extra points of damage. Bees. All right. Oh, so it's not like a static effect. It just is like a once every hit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
I can just bee him. Not like bee him, but
No, BE him.
Him.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Then bonus action. I think I can. I have a second attack, but I also have. I don't play rangers that often, so I can do 2 attacks and then do my spell, right?
If the spell's a bonus action.
That. Okay, then yeah. So I'll do 2 quick shots in succession to the wormling. I'm gonna do another one of those.
Oh, 24 and 6 points of piercing damage. Sounds good. And then another d6.
More bees.
More bees. Bees. Oh wow! All right.
And then the rest.
Joe, can
the
you
rest
say
of
it
the
like that every
swarm,
time?
I'm going to use on my bonus action. They're going to coagulate and they're going to go over to Nakure. And if I can navigate to the thing, go healing spirit.
Oh.
Oh.
Healing bees.
Yeah. Call forth nature spirit, which is just going to be a shitload of bees. That's gonna be a 5-foot cube on Nakure. First time he goes in, restores 1d6 hit point. No action required.
Okay. Alrighty. So go ahead and roll that extra d6, and Nakure will regain that many hit points. 1 hit point. There you go, Nakure.
So they're just kind of be like, you feel like little tiny proboscis, like tongues, just like licking your wounds.
Oh man, I thought they were gonna sting healing juice into me. This is better.
Little tongue.
Okay. So
It's like when one gets like honey on them, they have to like eat them out.
Aw. That's nice. Okay, so with that, we come to Bronze Dragon Wormling, who is going to take a page out of his companion's book here, and is going to also do a lightning breath in the direction of Cassius and Wicker. There you go. Yeah, I can't
Well,
get.
why wouldn't he? Of course he
Yeah.
wants to.
Okay. All right, so
He's a jerk.
we all remember, it'll automatically roll the saves, and that is both failures. That's rough. Oh wait, no, Cassius succeeded this time.
Sweet.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know, I might turn that off. That definitely something to do in between sessions. Not right now. Okay, but with that, Cassius, it is your turn. Cassius, what are you doing, Mr. Wizard Boy?
Okay. So his eyes are closed because he's blind, so he doesn't need to use them. His owl cocks its head. It saw the bees coming from Wicker, and it looks towards the two dragon babies. And getting the idea about the bees, you see a spider crawl its way up from inside of his cloak, up his neck to his cheek and inside of his mouth. And then he starts to twitch a little bit, and web just starts to shoot out of his mouth into the direction of the two dragon babies.
Oh God!
So it is a 20-foot cube, and they need to roll, I think, a dex save, maybe strength. I'm not sure.
I think if you go to cast the spell, it should automatically throw down a template for us.
I've never been a spellcaster in this thing.
So you want to click on, highlight over web, and then there's a little D20 icon. You're going to click on that.
Yes. Okay.
And then have it consume a spell slot, and if it asks to place a template, you want to do that as well.
It says I have no available second level spell slots to cast this with, but I don't think that's true.
Okay, you're at 34 hit points. Let me give you a long rest.
Okay.
34. It's just the easiest way to give you all your spell slots back.
Yeah.
Okay, now you should be able to do it.
Okay. Normal. Okay. Cast a spell.
Okay, so it didn't do it, but that's fine though. So we need a 20-foot cube. Okay, there we go. 20-foot cube. All right, right there.
Can you push it over so that it gets?
These two?
Didn't realize how big 20 feet was. Yeah.
Okay, so the one is dead, so that body is just covered in webs, and then the spiders just begin to gnaw and eat the flesh until there's nothing there left except for armor. And then, let's see, these three need to make dexterity saving throws. Dex saving throw. Normal. Fail. Dex saving throw. Normal. And then we'll just count this for, let's see.
Oh, shit.
Roll 20, and then Dex saving throw. Normal. Failure. Okay. Alrighty. So these two are constrained, right? That's the condition that it gives them? Or restrained, I mean?
Yeah, restrained, yes. Yeah.
Restrained and restrained. This one right here, the injured one is not restrained, and sees the other ones restrained and starts to freak out a little bit. On top of it's already bleeding, some of its scales are cracked. It's not doing great. So then we come to these two frontline medics. They are going to...
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm squishy, so 5, 10, 15. Okay. I'm gonna, try to hide behind this thing.
Okay, we'll say half cover. Well, 3/4. You're pretty tucked behind there pretty well. Okay, very cool. Alrighty. Sir.
Sorry, 7 seconds.
Oh God, sorry, I tried to mute myself.
Oh no.
Oh.
Alrighty. So then we come to frontline medic here. Is gonna run up and is going to cast Cure Wounds on the one that you attacked, Nakuro. And is gonna go ahead and recover this bad boy for 7 HP. But however, that is his action. And that actually is going to be the end of his turn. So then we come to this guy right here, who is going to run up right here, and is going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on the one standing in front of him. Cure Wounds. Oh, no, not Resistance. Cure Wounds, there we go. Cast a first level spell. Wait, did I accidentally just cast... What?
I think you cast Sanctuary on accident, maybe?
Alright, 9 healing. Alright. Then we come back up to the top of the turn order. This one is dead. This one is restrained, so he's going to go ahead and make another dex saving throw, or... Oh, no, he needs to make a strength check against the DC.
Is there a way to display the... Is there a way to display the order on the screen?
Oh, yeah. You go up to the little fist icon.
I don't remember.
Oh, so you go up to the top. Let's see, what is that? Top
yes.
right-hand corner, and then right-click on the combat tracker. I'll give you a little pop-out window. Okay, so
thank you.
It's all good. It's all good. So he's gonna go ahead and make an athletics check against your DC to try and break out of the webs. That's a 10. He cannot do it, so he is just gonna reach forward to the one who is catty corner to him and is gonna cast Cure Wounds. Normal. Cast spell.
Do they have to use their action to do that?
Oh yeah, does
I could be wrong.
Yeah, they do. A creature restrained
let me
can't use
reread it.
can use its actions against you if it succeeds. No longer restrains. The webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of the web burns away in one round, dealing 2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts its turn there.
Yeah, so it has to use its action to try to break out.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, that's right. And it already used its action to try and break out, so it does not get that cure wounds. Thank you. Okay, so then we come to this guy right here, who is going to just take a spear thrust at... yeah, because none of these spells are exactly too and too hot. Actually, it'll go ahead and cast... it's going to go ahead and cast Sanctuary at the one who is right next to Nakure. Sanctuary. There you go. All right. So then, with that, Nakure, it is your turn.
Well. Haven't things gotten worse this 6 seconds? So... well, I think it's in my best interest to fuck up as many medics as I possibly can. So I am going to bonus action attack this turn, so I'll have 3 attacks. I'm going to start at the one who's sanctuaried, and how does that work? Like, I have to pass a wisdom save to be able to hit him?
Yeah, exactly. DC 11.
Okay, well, I just won't do that, because my wisdom is 6. I'll attack the ones that are not sanctuaried.
Okay, so that would be this one right here, the angel, or the one back here, which you could get with your glaive.
Right. Yeah. Okay, then. Well, I will start here, then, and just make my first attack. And we'll see how much progress I make there. Roll.
Oh, hot damn. Well, he's dead. So yeah, you just wrap the glaive around and just lop off his head again. And we'll say an armor too as well.
Yeah, I want to just like... and just kind of like...
mincemeat.
Filet mignon this bitch. Just... Alright then.
Thinly sliced.
Second one then.
Melt in your mouth. There you go.
I'll just... Second one, I'll just go for the unsanctuaried one behind the leader then.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Holy shit!
We're wasting this on the one shot.
Oh my god! This one is also dead now, because, right, 16 plus 3?
Yep.
Yep, alright, so yeah, it's dead. You just whoosh, mincemeat again.
Okay.
Dropping them like flies. Okay. And that also means that the 2 sanctuaries now are also dropped, because those were the 2 who were maintaining sanctuary.
Cool.
Ooh.
Then bonus action, I'm attacking that one.
I swear to God, Mark.
I don't need wisdom. Fuck sanctuary.
Oh my god, are you kidding? It was so close.
It was a 19.
Alright, I'm leaving. I'm gonna make a new character.
Mine is 3.
I agree, Lisa. What in the world of Illica?
That's the coolest thing Nakure is gonna do, so soak it in.
Oh god.
So yeah, I'm gonna take a look at all of them around me, and then for this turn, I'm just going to spin the glaive around like an anime character. And it's gonna be like a splash panel of a bunch of people getting cut, and then 2 of them are dead.
Yeah, really. Yeah, 2 of them are dead, and the other one is very, very close to death. Had he not been cure wounds earlier, he would definitely be dead. But he is alive right now. All right, Nakure, anything else?
Just flavor. I'll just, with some labored breath, I'll point my glaive at the angel leader in front of me, and I'll just say, again. And that'll be it.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Alrighty, so with that, it is her turn, and she will say, "You will bask in the light, dark friend," and she's gonna whirl up her blade again, and she's gonna attempt to make 2 strikes at you with her longsword. So, right, let's see if this radiant damage does it.
Yeah, let's see if I die.
Alright, 16 and 17?
Those are both hits.
Okay, so that is 17 halved to
That'd be 9.
9 points of damage. And then, let's see, 18 plus 19 is 37 points of radiant damage.
So, and then so I'll take full for that. Okay, I'm at 4 hit points.
Big oof.
Alrighty, so,
You absorb all of the damage.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
You're welcome, y'all.
then we come to this guy right here, who is going to, you know what? Mark, just for funsies, roll a D100. There's a 50% chance that this guy bleeds out.
Okay.
So 51 and up, it's, okay, so he just bleeds out. He's just dead. It gets his turn, and the blood is just too much, and he just, he just dies.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I forgot to roll my portent rolls before we started.
Oh, yeah, roll those right now.
Okay.
Just so that way we got him.
Because that could come in a lot of handy.
I
I don't know if that's how you say that, but how do you roll just like plain dice?
Down there at the bottom?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I have forgotten.
You got a 15 and a 6.
So even though, like, you type the slash roll command every time, I don't need to.
Alrighty. So then we come to Clementine.
Okay. Noticing that Nakure is having way too much fun, she's just going to walk over here and be like, well, I want a piece of this, and so she hasn't been hit at all. She's like, what the fuck is going on? And she's actually just going to take 2 attacks on the angel because she's just jealous of the attention that Nakure is getting, so.
Okay, alright, roll your
Wow.
2 attacks. Bold move.
That sounds like some therapy-worthy issues there. Jeez.
Did it not roll? Come on. Press 1. Roll.
Aha, there we go.
Okay. It
All right.
rolled. I still don't see it. There we go.
Jesus, what in the fuck?
And now one more.
I'm just gonna cry.
Wait a second. How do you have plus 14 to damage?
What?
Yeah, you have plus 14 to damage.
I don't know. How'd I do
I
that?
don't know. Let me take a look here.
Wait,
Keep it.
hold on.
Oh,
Plus
I
14
see.
to
I
damage?
see. You need to do. So you had 1d12 plus 1 at mod. So it was adding
Yeah.
1. So because there wasn't 1 plus at mod, it was just saying, okay, 1 and then your strength modifier, that's 14.
Oh.
It was pretty much saying 1 plus 4 is 14, as opposed to 1 plus at mod is 5.
So wait, do I do one? Are you fixing it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you fixed
That was-
it.
that
I'll
was my
re-roll
bad.
both of those because I didn't notice that. I see it there now.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything makes sense. I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and re-roll those.
Okay.
We'll say that both of them hit
Okay.
because both of them hit anyway.
Okay.
So
Well,
this
then
is
do I just?
yeah. Just click it again, just that way we can get the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do I? It's not. Did it roll again? Did it do it?
I don't see anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna re-roll because I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So there's one.
Okay. Hit. So 12 damage. That is much more.
Yeah, makes way more sense. And then, did the other one go? Why is it lagging now? That's it. Okay. Come on, roll,
We got it.
please.
We got it.
See, I still don't see it.
I don't see it either yet.
Oh, I thought you meant you got. Why won't you roll?
Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
Alrighty, and then 13 points of damage. So 13. Whew, okay, all right. You take 2 chunks out of her, and it's a pretty sizable amount of damage. Real quick, what is the rule with Great Weapon Master? Is that just if you roll a 1 or a 2, you get to re-roll it?
Yeah, in which I should have done the first time, but it didn't matter. I killed the guy, so I was like,
Oh, okay. All right.
But
Cool.
I just forgot about it. But yeah,
That's all good.
I don't think I have anything else special going on right now. I'm kind of trying to save some stuff, so.
Okay, alrighty, sounds good. So then we come to the Bronze Dragon Wormling, which is going to fly up and is going to go ahead and real quick roll a d6. 5 or 6, it recharges its breath attack. And that is a 2, it does not. So it is going to go ahead and fly over here towards Clementine and is going to go ahead and take a bite attack. Chomp. That's a miss. So it goes to chomp at you, but you're just able to block it with your great axe and sort of jam it into the mouth and swerve the creature's maw away. And with that, Wicker, it is your turn.
Oh, that little bitch running away from me. All right, get back here. I'm gonna
Hold down, doggies.
first. Let's get Nakure not dead. I'm gonna use the rest of my healing spirit. Roll 3d6. That's better than nothing.
It might make the difference.
Yeah, you never know. So 7 HP back. The
There you
bees go a little faster. And then I'm just gonna do. I want to save something for later, just in case. So I'm gonna do 2 longbow attacks
Okay.
and get it to.
Is that at the dragon that you hit earlier?
Yeah, same one. The one that's now attacking.
Gotcha.
Was
Kill
that
him.
okay? Then yes.
Yeah, all right. Let's see them 2 attacks there, buddy. Clickety-clack down the track. Ooh, that first... Oh, my gosh.
All right,
Hey, I'll use one
guys.
well, actually.
We need to talk about this. Stop taking all of the good rolls. Leave some for the rest of us, okay? Not all of us are good at making characters.
Cameron, were you going to say something?
What?
Cameron, were you saying something? I thought you were saying something, Cameron.
I was about to, but then I realized I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to take any rests, and I don't know if this is the time to use my important rolls right now.
Okay,
Um,
alrighty.
So I won't do that.
Sounds good. So then we come to the Bronze Dragon Wormling, who needs to make a athletics check. Bop, bop, bop. And that... Oh, okay, alright. So it is able to use its action to free itself, so it is no longer restrained. But it uses its action there.
I think it does count as... I feel like it may count as... I don't know if it'll matter if it flies, but I think it counts as whatever terrain, difficult terrain.
Oh, difficult terrain. So it will just go ahead and fly up into the air a little bit. But it is going to go ahead and fly over here by Clementine, flanking the 2 of them out. And with that, Cassius, it comes to you.
Well, everybody's over there, and I'm not.
That's kind of the goal with the wizard, right, though?
So... What?
That's the goal with the wizard, right? Is to have everyone be over there.
Yes, definitely. Okay, do I need to touch people to cast slow?
No, I think it's just like a radius.
I think I get a pick. I think it's like depending on what level you cast it at. Let me look. Oh, it doesn't say right there.
No, yeah, you alter time for up to 6 creatures
Sorry,
of
I'm
your
still trying to
choice within a
figure
40-foot cube.
Oh, okay, it is a cube. Man, why do you get it? That's so many. Okay. So up to 6 creatures in a 40-foot cube. So I will go ahead and I'm going to cast that slow. Okay. And I will do... Oh, look at that. Okay. So I can just get... I want... Oh, stop. All of the people who aren't my team.
Okay, so then yeah, that's there's only 5 of them.
So you Cassius kind of turns out from the rocks where he's hiding, and he puts up his hands and he starts twitching again, and his fingers are twitching, and this slight kind of aura like pulses out from him, and it pulses all the way out there, and everything just kind of starts moving in slow motion for the creatures that he was looking at. And then he kind of twitches back to straighten up his spine, and he'll just turn back to where he was.
Okay.
Man, they're all saving real good. That's mighty disappointing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, see, there's
Hey!
The one person who didn't matter that much.
Wisdom. What's your spell save DC?
Let me see. My DC is... Where does it say? I'm sorry. It's like 10 plus intelligence plus
Proficiency.
proficiency. Is that what it is? Or is it 8?
8.
Is it 8 plus?
Eight.
Or
Oh,
10
yeah.
plus?
8
So it is... my proficiency bonus is
should be 4.
4. So 4 plus 5 plus 8 is 17.
17. Okay. Oh, so yeah, oh yeah, it's just the 2 frontline medics that fail. Okay.
That's just disappointing.
Okay, so cursed
Jane.
and cursed. Boom. Or not cursed. Slowed. So these 2 are slowed. However, the other 3 are still fine.
So he's slowed and restrained from the webbing.
Yes.
Poor guy.
Alrighty. So with that, we come back up to this guy right here who is slowed and restrained, who's going to make his action to try and break free. 16, that's a failure. Doesn't beat the DC. And that's it. Can't move. Alrighty, this guy right here is slowed. So right, with slowed, they can only take... can't use reactions. On its turn, it can either use action or bonus action, not both. Regardless, the creature with ability to not melee range. If the creature attempts to cast a spell, the casting time of 1 action. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's going to attempt to cast Cure Wounds on the Angel. Normal. And cast spell. And then I need you to roll a d20, because if it's an 11 or higher, it doesn't take place until the creature's next turn. Okay, so that does not happen now. That will happen at the beginning of its next turn. Big oof.
Slow is a damn good spell.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to put that little hand there so I remember. Alrighty. So, then Nakure, we come to you. Nakure,
All right.
you're not feeling great, but what do you want to do?
Well, I asked her to hit me again. She did. So now it's my turn. And I am going to attack her 3 times.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and use Reckless Attack, because at this point, fuck it. So I will have advantage on all 3, and I will attack her 3 times.
Okay.
So when I click roll on my character sheet, it doesn't automatically do it with advantage. Is there another thing I have to click on the sheet to get advantage?
I believe so. When you go to attack with your glaive, like you go to click the little button for the right next to glaive, it does prompt you what type of roll: disadvantage, normal, advantage. You just want to click advantage.
Okay. I don't know if I've been hitting that this whole time. Huh. Okay. Well, let me just
Let me see something real quick.
do this.
Yeah, if you oh, whoops.
Okay. That's a little... Okay, but that's the first one.
Okay, if you go to your character sheet and then you hold shift and then click on the glaive, it'll roll it with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a 28 does hit.
All right, so I'll just roll the damage for the first one.
Yeah.
Separate real quick. So that'd be 10.
10 minus 3, okay.
Okay, and then hold shift and click roll.
Yep.
Okay.
18, that hits. 15
Yeah.
points of slashing damage, plus 3. Ooh, you're getting close.
All right, and then one more with advantage.
Yep. Minus 3. 26, 14. And that's just
17
enough.
points.
Okay, so with
Boom.
that, you are able to kill her, and as you pierce her through and like slash her up with the glaive in those like final like breathful moments as she's being cut to pieces, she says, Raitan will fail, dark friend. And with that, as you bring the glaive around, how do you want to do this? Do you want to where do you want to chop at?
I think, because I'm imagining, Nakure's very artful with it. It's almost like a bladed quarterstaff. So I'm going to swing it around artfully so that the insides of her thighs get cut and she can't stand anymore. And then I'm going to bring the curved part of the blade around her and spin it with both of my hands completely around and make a 360-degree shallow cut on her head, and then I'm going to kick her head off.
Oh, God! Okay, so with those flurry of blows, you slash at the wings, cutting them off, completely dismembering them. She falls onto the ground under her feet, slashing into the thighs. She drops to her knees, swirling the thin, serrated blade around her neck, and then with one heavy poof, your boot meeting her jaw, the head tears off. The wet, crunchy noises. The head goes flying into the snow, and the blood begins to spurt out of the top of the head. That angel is dead. So then, with that, we come to Clementine. It is actually your turn.
Well, Clementine, I'm assuming, getting splattered with a little bit of the blood. She was getting ready to do her final blow as well, and then she's just gonna slump her shoulders and be like, God damn it, and then turn around and then into the dragon on the right. She's just going to then swing and try and chop off its neck if she can.
Okay, alrighty. Go ahead and roll your attack there.
Okay.
Let's see what it do.
Roll, please. Please roll. There we go.
Okay, so 13. That is a miss on the dragon wormling.
It's because she's upset. And so she's going to try again.
I wanted to kill Angel. Oh, man.
Well, I rolled a 2, so I can re-roll it, right?
No, that's on damage, not on weapon attacks.
Are you sure?
I think so, right? Great weapon fighting?
On a damage die yep, you're right.
Yeah.
She's just upset. She's angrily flailing, and she's like, God damn it! And then she's just gonna throw it in the snow for a second.
Okay. Alrighty, so then it comes to the dragon's turn. It's gonna go ahead and make a roll a d6, see if it gets its breath weapon back. Oh, wait a second, we just want one d6. Roll! And nope, no breath weapon, so it's just gonna go ahead and take a bite attack at Clementine. That's a 7, that's a miss, and then with that we move on to... Actually, it's gonna take a bite and then see what just happened, seeing the angel wings tore apart, ripped in half, head punted off. It is going to turn tail and try and fly away. So,
Attack of opportunity!
Yes, you get your attack of opportunity.
Okay.
22, that is 8 points of damage.
Yes.
Ooh, that is not enough to knock it out, but that is close. It does get, let's see, how far does it get?
I'm imagining that I grabbed at its tail and then slammed the axe in the back of it.
Oh, God. So, yeah, it's like slammed onto the ground, slamming the axe into part of the wing. You can see it flying away with a little bit of, like, a limp to its flight, but it is able to get right about that far away. But with that, it is Wicker, your turn. What are you doing?
Oh, I hate a messy kill. You can go chasing after it. Here. 5, 10, 15, 20. You know what? I have a longbow. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, he's gonna take two pot shots at it.
Okay. Gonna roll your 2 attacks. Bop. That is a hit, and that one... Okay, the first one is a hit, 6 points of damage, and that is enough. With the 6 points of damage, you skewer it with the arrow, and it plummets into the ground, slamming into the snow and crystal. You can hear the snapping and cracking of scales and bone as it slams down into the ground, unable to continue its flight.
You said the first one take it out?
The first one took it out.
Or this both combined? Okay, can I'll re-roll the second attack because I wanted to use another on the other
Oh, yeah, okay.
bronze boy.
Sounds good to me. Let them know how you feel. Alrighty, 22 hits, 10 points of piercing
angry at them.
Okay, alrighty. Sounds good. So
I'm gonna do my B damage real quick.
Get those bees. The bees! 5 points of damage. Alrighty, very nice. Alrighty. So with that, you pull back the arrow, and those bees follow after it and begin to sting into the dragon warmly. You can see it's not doing very good. It is its turn. It's going to roll to see if it gets its breath attack back. And that is a 2. It does not, and it is going to attempt to fly the opposite direction over this way. Nakuro, you get an attack of opportunity. However, Clementine, you don't, since you already used your reaction this turn. Or this round.
That is fine. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, 21 points of damage or 21 to hit for 12 points of damage. That is so close, but not enough. It is able to fly away, but then we come to...
What about 15, though?
15, an extra 3 points. Ooh, no, still close, very, like, insanely close. Like, it is barely standing. Or flying, I guess I should say. So then, Cassius, it is your turn.
Okay, so, really, without wasting, like, good spells, I'm not really an attacking wizard, but I'm gonna pop back in here, and I'm going to, kind of head shaking and twitching. I'm gonna pull up my hands and start swirling them around, and a little spark of fire starts to grow and grow and grow, and I'm just gonna shoot out a firebolt to the webs. So the webs are going to burn, and they're going to burn for, I think it's 2d4 damage for anything inside of it.
Okay. I think you could, since he's still restrained, you could probably roll to hit him and have it burn and deal damage to him.
Oh, sweet. I'll do that then.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll for an attack.
Okay.
He has -2 to his AC because he is slowed.
So I roll with advantage, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that what we said? Okay.
Yep. So that 23, that's enough. 10 points of fire damage. Then also go ahead and roll the additional 2d4 of the webbing. So 8 points of... Alrighty. So
nice.
With that, 8 points of damage, that is enough to completely immolate him and burn him to a crit. Nope, not falling over. Burn him to a crisp. Consumed by the fires in the web and completely burned to a crisp. Alrighty. Anything else, Cassius?
Nah.
Nah? Alrighty. Then we come up to the medic here. As you can see now, the spell does discharge, but into the dead, decapitated, wingless angel that is currently dead below him. and he's going to turn towards you, Nakure, and say, "Light, damn you!" and going to try and do one final thrust with his spear.
All right, he's got advantage.
He does. That is a 16 to hit,
That hit.
and that is 2 points of damage.
All right.
Guys, my healing was useful.
Alrighty.
You were right, Mark. It made all the difference.
But then with that,
Yeah.
Nakure, it is your turn. So he thrusts the spear and just causes like a little cut on your arm. And then you see him just standing there quivering, all of his allies dead, one of the dragons dead, and the other one flying away from him as he just stands there trying to steal his resolve and stare literally death in the face.
Okay. So what damage die is a spear again?
A d6.
Okay.
You know what? Be creative. Whatever you want to do with your 3 attacks, Frenzied, he would die anyway. So whatever you want to do, Mark, he stands no chance.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say is, I imagine the spear is just like very, very shallow cut in my love handle or something, and I want to just grab his hand and take it off of the spear and turn the spear around. And then I just want to grab him at the back of the neck and just poke into him many, many times with his own spear.
And just stabbing into him slowly and painfully. He just... Light! Until eventually you just keep skewering him until there's no more movement, and it's just your strength that is currently holding him up like a rag doll.
All right. And then I will take a smearing of blood from his shirt, and I will just rub it over some of my own wounds as sealing on them, and drop his body, and remark to myself, "The light got him far, didn't it?" I'll drop the spear on his corpse.
Okay, sounds good to me.
I don't know about good, but that's what I'm doing. Yep, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, but with that, we are out of combat, I believe. Well, I guess the only thing we would have is Clementine, we do come to you. All of the enemies dead. But you are an Omni Knight, so it does come to your turn. So the only enemy left is that dragon that is currently flying away.
Oh, which one is in range that I can? Or did Connor kill the one?
Connor killed the other one. There's just this one all the way over here in this top corner that's still
all right
flying away.
Well, the first
How
thing.
good is your aim? I've got an idea.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. First she's going to look to Nakure and then be like, "Fuck you," and then like punch him in the abs. Non-lethal, of course. And then she's gonna walk over here between the rocks, and she's going to alter her weapon to a handgun, two-handed handgun, and which I think is I'll update that to D10 real quick. And she will take the archery. She'll swap her style to the archery fighting style.
Okay.
And she's gonna take 2 shots at that dragon, and hopefully one of them hits.
Okay, alrighty, sounds good to me.
Let me just update the. Come on. Please let me update. Fine. Okay, hold on.
Alright, swapping the Omni weapon and fighting style.
Yeah.
So we can just remember to add the 2 to attack manually.
Yeah. No, wrong one. No, that's the right one. Sorry, this is slower because it's a homebrew class. I apologize.
Oh, it is okay. It is okay. Do not worry. Do not
I'm not
worry.
bad. Okay, 10. Okay, there we go. And now the attack should be accurate. Now I will. Where's the first one?
Okay, so 24 hits, and then that is 12 points of damage. So with that, you aim up the first shot, and poof, fire, and it is dead. It slams into the trees, breaking some of the branches, snow falling off, until eventually you just see this wet, bended over, broken mess of a young bronze dragon, dead, bleeding out in the snow.
How far is it away?
I think from you right now, maybe I think 19 feet about.
Oh, she's
20
gonna
feet.
go over and she's going to rip off one of its talons and then put it in her backpack and then walk back to the group.
So it's still kind of alive, so you just like tear off part of its finger and then it bleeds the rest of the way out. And then you
Oh, and she'll step on its head and just crush it and then walk back.
So you walk back, and as you return, all of you seem victorious in the current moment.
And Nakure takes a level of exhaustion. Don't expect me to make any ability checks.
Alrighty.
Oh no.
So all of you begin to gather around one another, seemingly victorious. What would you like to do?
Wicker wants to go over and start. Is there anything left of the angel?
Not really. I mean, there is that sword, that long sword that's left.
I wasn't looking to like loot her for loot. I was just wondering if like there was any insignia or clues.
Yeah, so I would say, regardless of a no history check necessary, all of you being servants of the Dark One, you do know who this person is. One of many, but there is a very, very large area currently surrounded by these religious zealots. The city doesn't exactly have a name yet. It's just a religious gathering, pretty much, where there are individuals there who are worshiping the eternal flame, the first flame. They call it Nabir Tarmon. At least that's what they call it. And that is the name that she asked all of you to stop in. And all of you know that those higher-ranking members who are servants of the light call themselves bearers, and then they take the last name Almer of the light. And it is very obviously a servant of the light, and someone who tries to find dark friends, those who ally themselves with the Dark One, or servants of him, and slay them and end them. And I mean, that's very obviously what she is, along with the 6 soldiers she has with her, all very obviously these light bearers. And then on top of that, the bronze dragons are interesting, the dragon wormlings, because typically dragon wormlings are kept together with their parents. Typically, most of the time, they're raised until they're young dragons, and then they're sent off into the world. But these two are free range, apparently, or the light bearers found them. That's an odd connection that you're not exactly sure about.
Maybe they woke up one day with no memory and just kind of joined the first people who saw them.
Well, possibility.
Nah.
That's too outrageous.
I don't believe that would happen.
Never ever.
Oh, Wicker looking at the handiwork. Woo! All should be firefighters. Good at extinguishing light and flame.
And Nakure will point at Clementine and... This one... I like.
I liked you until you took my kill, but it's fine.
And you see he's still kind of full of a little bit of joy at everything, but the exhaustion is very obvious. I mean, he's like has about 20 cuts on him, a few massive slashes that probably went down to his organs. He's like leaning on his glaive. He's not doing well.
Hey, nature guy, do you know where we should go next?
Well, you don't need to be one to know that they came from the town we're supposed to stop by.
Is that in that direction? And she's just a little bit stupid, so she's going to point in a direction that's not at all the correct direction.
No. You see how it gets thicker in the... You know what, Bro, right here, I'll be the eyes for the group and, looking to catch us.
None taken.
Group, and then, y'all follow me, and then there you do your giggling and playing in the entrails and such.
As long as we all get to serve our role.
Yeah, it's just like a little game. A little role-playing game, then we'll be done, get a prize. I think our prize would be a bit better.
Is everyone doing okay? We need to do our job, so is everyone going to be able to make it? How are we doing?
Do we need to rest first? Before we
Yeah,
can...
Shark's about to go belly up.
If we rested, I would miss the chance to get the job done sooner. But oh well. If you must rest, you must rest.
There you
I
are,
don't
fish
need
friend. Go play with some intestines, skip rope on them or something. I'll try and figure while we're waiting around. I'll try and figure a way out of these woods. Best approach to the city and not a lot of attention.
So are you scouting out a little bit? I can go with you. I don't need to rest.
Might actually, I could use a hit die or two.
Yeah, you can
Not
rest
that I'll
a bit.
I'll
admit
tell
it.
you what, friend. If we all sit here, we can allow my eyes, and he'll reach up and pet his owl, to scout ahead for us. No need to worry. We mustn't be so quick to head into our own death.
No. Booker's just gonna stump, and he's gonna withdraw like hose connected to all the bees have kind of gone back into the pack now, and he's put a lid on them. But he withdraws like this thin little hose that's connected to the pack, and he's gonna stick it under the wicker mask so it's still covering his face. You just hear a slurping noise come from it.
Okay.
I'm going to
Clementine-
send out...
No, go.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was going to, in kind of a circling around us, I'm going to send out my eyes, my owl, just kind of around. Not necessarily, I'm not going to be looking through them, because I think the, right, I will as far as it can go, but then I'll just have it conveying messages to me, if it sees anything, just in as big of a circle as I can get it to go in the area.
Okay.
While we're resting.
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
So, if you send out your eyes, can you not see presently
I
around
mean,
us?
mechanically, I should be able to, but flavor-wise, no. I mean, I see through the owl's eyes.
Okay. Clementine's going to pick up like an organ, and while you're seated, I'm assuming you're sitting. While you're just sitting there looking, she's just going to place an organ in your hands and just see what you do.
He's not going to really react at all. He'll leave his hand open and just kind of grip onto it. And that's it.
No. Well, that's not as interesting as I thought it'd be. She's going to walk away.
Okay. So all of you take your rest. So roll whatever hit dice you would like to do, and then make sure you go ahead and click that short rest button there. Yeah. And then with that, Cassius, your owl would be able to see a path. What looks to be some type of road made from a thin sheet of what you might think is stone, but it almost looks glossy like ice. And you can see this very dull blue glow, especially with the falling sun reflecting off of it. And you can see something off in the horizon that you'd probably get there right around midnight if you headed there now, right after the end of your short rest.
Okay. I'm just sorry, we're not taking a short rest. My hit dice are I'm sorry, I'm being needy. Roll. Normal. How do you do more than one at a time?
Well, I don't think you can for hit die. I think you just got to keep rolling them.
You can. Okay.
Click, 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 click. And then you're just going to hit the short rest button up there. Right next to long rest.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. So all of you rest.
After he has sat for a while, his eyes will shoot open, and you can see just the blank stare. He's not really looking at anything, just kind of forward in the glossiness of his eyes. And I will stand up and, without looking at anybody, he'll just say, I have found the way. Come with me. And I'll just start walking towards where the path is and meet up with the owl halfway.
Well, that works.
In that direction.
Ugh, finally.
Nakure will groan as he gets up. He's doing better, but he still has a level of exhaustion. So there's that.
Hey, if you want a second one, I can haste you later.
I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
See what
Nakure.
his limits
Next
are.
time.
Yeah, because then I could do 4 attacks a turn if I frenzy as well.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Jesus. No. Something should not be attempted.
No, attempt it. If it's gonna happen, it's now.
Let's just
Well, the thing
pop
is
them up,
that
and
if
then
I was gonna haste you, you might as well frenzy it, because at that point I shouldn't waste a concentrated spell on you to be able to do that when you can do it for yourself, and you'll still take a point of exhaustion either way.
Right.
That's the way that I see it, but it may not come to that at all. So we'll see.
That's a good point.
my secret hope is that we do that and Nakure just goes in and kills everything and then dies, and that way we don't have to fight him in the main campaign. Because, while I'm on Discord, I'm looking at a picture of Ashima, and I keep remembering, oh no.
Yeah,
I want to fight.
I know, right? I keep looking at a picture of Cecily whenever I open up the Discord too, and I'm like, well, that she can't.
Yeah, I think
Nope.
I think any one of the people we're playing just about might be able to kill all of us together. Maybe except for Cassius, just because he doesn't really fight. But we're squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so with that, all of you know where to go, and you begin to head in that way. The sun is setting. It takes you about 4 hours to walk there, getting there right around midnight. And as you begin to approach, you can just start to make out the image of the keep. Beautiful and almost what you would assume carved out of stone. Until you get closer, you can see that the even the moonlight refracting off of it causes it to shimmer and shine with this almost aurora borealis like colors. All of you knowing that the light that Goliaths use when they create structures, investing that light into the buildings, and knowing what awaits when you detonate what was given to you by the Dark One. So as you begin to approach, knowing that you are to approach peacefully and you're going to be welcomed as guests, with the help of Wicker using his already natural survival skills, you're able to navigate through the forest as if you had always been there and you were supposed to be there. And as you approach the keep, you can see the Goliaths ready to hail you in. And soon, the Grand Master of these Goliaths here, ready to accept your gift. So, with that, we're going to take a quick break there for a restroom and snack. But then, after that, we will be back to see the conclusion of this one-shot, Evil Shadows over the Crownlands. So, with that, like I said, we'll take a break. If you are enjoying so far, go ahead and leave a follow or join the Discord. There we go. So that way you can go ahead and join in on the conversation and talk about some stuff with us. We'd love to have you there. But we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. Boom. Hello, we are back with the...
Drop your snacks.
Yes, and throw your snacks in the chat. I have sweet and sour chicken, which I will not eat any more of on stream. I did enough of that with the chocolates. Nachos!
Chocolate cake.
Gummy bears. But yeah, so it's a good one so far. Everyone is very evil, which is good. And now you all approach your goal. Hey, Doritos. Hey, Doritos.
Nice.
Hey. All right. But as you approach your goal, we'll go ahead and maybe also drawing fan art. Lisa.
Lisa, I'm fucking excited every time you draw anything.
If you haven't
God!
in the Discord yet, highly recommend it.
Yeah, you can see all of the fan art that is done for like all 3 of the campaigns, and it's really awesome because, yeah. See, Lisa, I was on top of it. I already dropped that Discord link in there. Do it, join it. But let's go ahead and roll the intro, and then let's get back to it. There we go. All right, sorry for sending you to the wrong screen there for a moment. This is the correct one. Welcome. So let's go ahead and dive back in. So, picking up where we left off, the group of the group of 4 here, 4 of 13 servants of the Dark One, Ritan, as he is called by those who are too afraid to speak his real name, but know at least one of his true names past the Dark One. Servants of him, carrying out his mission, destroying enemies of him, those that would seek to persist with the light and maintain it, as opposed to having the world succumb to the darkness. What he is, his entire being of darkness. All of you knowing that if you side with him, you will have a small slice of that darkness for yourself, something to rule over, something to own, to have, where you could bend those to your will the same as he does to many, many others. So, you all were sent on a special mission, as I said, to kill and, well, to gift something to the Grand Master Seer Mavith Kalukatho, a Goliath, the leader of this clan in this region of the world, sent by the Dark One in an effort to even the tide, in a final thrust to make sure that his reign will be imminent and he will win. So, you all head that way, and as soon as he teleports you close to your destination, there are light bearers, specifically bearer Iona Almer. She appears along with 6 field medics and 2 dragon wormlings, those servants of the light that try and stop you, but although they put up a fight, they are no match for the 4 of you. Lethal and deadly, they stood no chance from the very beginning. So, with that, the 4 of you now know that you need to proceed. However, as you are approaching, there's probably still another hour, as you can see the keep very clearly as you are walking along the path, having taken your short rest in silence, having patched up your wounds and took a moment to breathe. You now approach the keep. So, approaching the keep, seeing one another, is there anything you'd like to do before you get to this fortress of Goliaths?
So, all of you, what are you really here for? And he'll particularly point at Wicker. It's not often I find myself working with someone so proper as you.
Proper. Alright. Yeah, supposing you're raised by sharks, your reference is a bit skewed, ain't it? Well, I was actually being truthful. I'm a good poker player, but I'm not that good.
Hmm.
These fellers on my back, they're the only good people in this world. Used to be a lot more of them. And folks just like them come by, these high and mighty types, and say they need the land for a church. And so they smoke out the nests. They a few of the hives, and they like to pat themselves in the back and say, "Oh, what a good job we're doing." They can wave for the light, but they can't hear the millions of screams. So if that God ain't gonna protect him, shouldn't that God ought to be me? At least I give a damn.
You wish to be a god.
Already am, Chief. Think about how minuscule you are to a god. Think about how minuscule these bees are to me. Be a god over people, though.
You're right. I might as well have been raised by sharks. Glad to have a young one like you with us, and he'll turn to Clementine. Good you learn early that the world is chaos, and what you must do is grab it by its bleeding throat as soon as you can.
I mean, yeah, I was being truthful too. I was fucked over when I was born, and I saw a bunch of people try to fucking play the game, and I saw this fucking high and mighty knight guy. I don't even know what his name was, and I couldn't stand him. And she's got to pull out her omni weapon, and this was his, and I just wanted it, and I'd never wanted anything before in my life, ever. I didn't have anything, and I had to have it, and that was the night I made my first kill, and ever since I just I can't stop, and I know I need allies, because I kill everyone that I get close to. So the dark one, that was my solution. I was being honest. I don't care if people know he's my ally, because I have no allies besides him now. And I guess you guys. So, yeah, that's my story.
You faced the darkness early. You know what it's like to choke on air. The very air they told you would help you breathe. What about you?
Yeah, who are you, huh?
I am but a servant. The weaved speaks. I see it. And I do as I am told. I have no stakes in this game that these gods play. Which way the wind blows, that's my sails. Nothing more, nothing less.
You're just a casual, go with the flow guy, decides to serve a Dark Lord because, hey, why not, huh?
Oh, I think you misunderstand. The will of the weave is impossible to escape. So why even try? I gave up my sight to see it. See it clearly. Did I see it more clearly than any of you do?
Then you tell me.
Here's what it says.
You tell me, seer. I've heard some called seers around here. Why is it that when I was born, in the darkest place I've ever been, miles and miles down in the depths of the ocean, they told me that it was my inescapable destiny to be a paladin of good? Did I break the weave?
Many fools speak of destiny, but none of them understand. Mortals cannot.
Well,
We've willed you to be what you are. And here you are because of it. Here we all are. We're
so
not fools who tell of destiny.
seems we all at least have something in common then. Well,
This brings us a lot of insight. Sorry. Not sight. It's gonna keep coming. We wills it, no? We should be approaching pretty soon. Starting to clear out a bit, and I figure won't have as much cover from the canopy.
the Dark One said these people would welcome us as guests. Did he?
He did, he did.
I don't even know how to act in those situations.
Well, that's precisely my point. Listen, I'm not exactly the most savoir-faire individual. Don't even think I used that word correctly. We walk in there with a... Being welcomed a friend or not, we're gonna get some stairs. I figure a place like this has got to have a more quiet entrance. Say we take our time. Dark man, I know you're looking to spill some blood, but can we play this one safe? Still more of theirs than ours.
Don't get me wrong, Wicker. I know my purpose in this world, but I'm not greedy. We will wait for when the moment is right.
Think of it like slipping a dagger under someone's armpit. Point of least resistance, right?
Can we have a sign? Because when is a good moment?
What? Do you need to go to the bathroom or something? You just go.
No, I don't. Fine, I'll just.
What do you want, child? Use your words. Come on now. You got this.
When do you guys meet? Wait to what? I don't understand. Like, what are
believe she's saying, should there be phrase we say when it is time?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have to fucking take a piss. I just don't know how to. I don't know what to do in these situations.
Oh, we just walk in. I know we're supposed to go, and mostly we just stay quiet. I don't think we need a sign. Just somebody shout, "Kill everyone!" And we'll just do that.
Okay.
I don't want to confuse nobody. All right, you know, I know what it's like. You don't need to worry. You know, we're all cut from the same hide here.
Okay, I'll try and play it
And
cool, and I'll wait for a sign.
listen, just don't do anything that's gonna make you uncomfortable. All right.
This makes me uncomfortable.
Then perhaps
More
we keep
uncomfortable.
moving.
How about that? There we go. We're getting close now. Promise.
Okay.
Would it
Lead
bring
the way,
comfort
Wicker.
if I asked the weave for guidance?
I don't understand what this weave thing is, so sure, guide.
Inside to the blind. That's all.
Cassius is going to sit down cross-legged, and he's going to reach into his sleeve, and he pulls out a small pile of bones. He's going to crush them, spread them out, and I'm going to ritually cast Augury.
Okay.
So DM gives me an omen.
Could you drop augury in the chat for me just real quick?
Yeah, sorry.
Just so I can read it. No, you're fine, you're fine.
I'm gonna throw it in as Oh, I didn't hit ritual cast, so it might have taken a spell slot.
Oh,
But
it's okay. Okay.
Ooh, this is a cool spell, actually.
Yeah. You reach out into the bones, the small bits of refined dust and small sharp chunks of bone that lay before you. Moving your hands over them, observing all of the bumps and asking, stretching out into the void. And you receive an answer. You receive an answer from him. All will go according to plan, as long as you carry it out. There are only good things in store for you, my chosen. All you have to do is succeed.
so during that whole thing, when he had his hands on the bones, his eyes start like flickering, like open and shut, and his mouth is kind of just like gaping wide, like uncomfortably so, and he's just kind of like swaying back and forth as he's hearing this. And after a moment, his eyes kind of blink back, and he shakes off his twitches. Everything would be fine.
You were swaying.
Must
Was there
just-
good music?
In a way.
All right, no more sight jokes.
We must just carry out what we've been asked to do. All will be well.
Then I see no more reason for delay.
All right, yeah, I think we're gonna get there.
Okay, alrighty. So you then continue your way, eventually making your way, following the main thoroughfare, and eventually getting to the gates of the keep. You can see that there are several different Goliaths standing atop these 25, 30 foot tall pathways, or these walls that almost look like sheets of ice, with the moonlight refracting off of them, but aglow with a deep blue thrum of magic. As you approach the Goliaths, you can hear them whispering things back to one another, these not as tall and massive as the one that you saw riding that nightmare-like steed. These ones a little shorter, a little bit less wide, but still more massive than any of the four of you. And you see them whisper back and forth to one another and then begin to grow excited as one shouts out down towards the four of you and says, "You four, you were sent by the King of Omen, first of his name. The Helm Makatai that he found on the battlefields of Tarkir, are you not?"
That we are, sir. We traveled certainly a long way, too.
Yes, open the gates. The servants of Rotan have come. Raitan will be awakened any day now, and these are our only chance at defeating him. Once and for all, open the gates! And you can hear the gates begin to open. That, what looked to be just one thick wall eventually begin to move apart, sliding in, the two different slabs sliding in, revealing the city. And you can see that it's quite a large and impressive city. At least in this area, it is full of life and excitement, where there are many, many different types of Goliaths, some with different colored tattoos, and others wearing different sigils to different clans. You can see some with a sigil on their shoulder of an owl, others with crossed blades. Any of the ones with crossed blades, they have these giant great swords that seem to be made of stone, but sharpened to a fine edge and lined with a light blue metallic material. There are others that have an elk skull on their shoulders, wearing ratty robes and carrying quarterstaffs. And then there are others that bear the profile of a raven on the clasp of their cloaks, and they seem to be an amalgamation of all three. They carry blades, they have tattered natural robes for wandering and exploring, but then they also carry tomes and books similar to those carrying the sigil of the owl. A seemingly jack of all trades. Now, the number of Goliaths wearing the sigil of the raven vastly outnumber the others, but it seems as though all are present in this area. You make your way through the city until eventually you get to the northwest corner of the city, where you can see there is this large, resplendent keep with the same icy structure as the rest of the area. The Goliaths walking with you, they try to make idle conversation with you, asking you questions. The one who greeted you first says, "So, is it true that he was able to slay the tyrant Osmodeus? King Omen, that is."
Those are the legends I've heard.
Legends? You were with him, right? On the battlefield with him.
Well, we were, but it's hard to see anything in a battlefield. Not all of us have the privilege of such a noble race. It's more squat folk, or, well, those two titans were clashing. We had our hands full.
Of course.
Swords.
But then...
Not time for swapping war stories.
No, of course. There will be much time for rejoicing when Raitan has been dealt with once and for all. Soon he will be banished outside of the weave, unable to disturb any of us ever again. Soon. And you can see this hopeful look come across all 4 of the Goliath's face, peacefully escorting you into the keep, and eventually walking up and around a set of stairs through these large, icy hallways decorated with etchings and carvings inside each one of the walls that you turn around. Beautiful and breathtaking, each one of them, to someone who would care, who enjoys seeing light integrated into art. So all of you, not caring much for these, you make your way until eventually you are taken into a throne room. And you all can see the massive throne in front of you and Goliath. This one almost exactly the size of the one that you saw in the Keep of the Dark One. Looks very similar as well, probably of the same breed, the same type. So, pull you all here. Oh no. The one thing I always forgot to do. And bright light. Save changes. There we go. Aha, now you can see the throne. So, as all of you approach, you can see that massive throne and the Goliath sitting atop it. And you can see other Goliaths lining up and down the corridors that look to you with smiles and waiting faces. The Goliath sitting on the throne stands and says, "So, you must be the Helmakatai, correct? These are the ones, I presume?" And the one standing next to you says, "Yes, they are. Grand Master, these are the ones who were sent by King Omen himself, found on the battlefields of Osmodeus after the dust had settled. Some of the only ones that were left alive. Great warriors, all of them, according to the envoy." "Well, that is good to know. So, all of you, I was informed that you would have something to advance our causes. The war against Raitan is never over, but it was said from Omen himself that you found something in the keeps of Osmodeus that would make sure our victory was inevitable, I believe were his exact words."
Yes, it is true. And Cassius will step forward and take the orb that he was given out and display it as best as he can, but calmly, not aggressive at all.
"You said you found that in the keep of Osmodeus."
It is true.
Well,
And we humbly offer it to you as a gift to ensure your victory.
Yes, well, of course. I graciously accept. I would never want to be rude and not accept a gift. But I can see an evil darkness in that orb. There comes a time in every leader's life when they must ask themselves, do they take what could give them what they want and save their people, or do they try and fight fair? I have been a servant of the light my entire life. You have to understand my fears.
I understand your plight.
Yes.
I am as well a servant of the weave. I have been my entire life. I have given everything to it. My body, my sight, my flesh. But know that it is not unjust or unfair to fight evil with its own creation.
Go ahead and make a
Would they
persuasion
not
check
just
with
use it
advantage.
against you? Persuasion check.
With advantage. That was good. That was a good plea. I was
That was
a
a
fan.
very good quote. Someone quote that now. Good shit.
That was a lot of words.
Yeah.
I just meant the last sentence.
Okay.
About, like,
Okay.
using evil's own creations against them is not evil. Thought that was really good.
You can see him look down at the orb and look to you, and look to the other three.
That is the purpose you serve, then. El Makatai. The weave shapes itself around you four to guide us to the light. That is what was said, and that is known. You will guide us to the light and never stray us away from it. That much is true, correct?
Yes.
And on consultation of the weave, so you did say that we were assuredly victorious in this endeavor.
With this we would. Very well. I will take it, and I swear to only use its power, whatever it may be, to banish Raitan from this form and ensure that he never has a chance to rise again.
And you see him slowly reach out this massive hand towards yours, Cassius. And reaching down, he grabs onto it and holds it in his hand. For a moment, nothing happens.
Well then. It is customary on a night like this, victory in sight, for a celebration. If this is the key to defeating Raitan, then we must celebrate. You all have done your service, and we all are eternally grateful. Gather the other masters. A proper thank you is in order.
And holding it in his hand, not letting go of it, you all stand there for a moment, and you see two Goliaths leave, still about 40 in the room. And you can see different Goliaths beginning to funnel in. All of them older, larger, all of them wearing the sigils of the Raven. And now there's maybe 70 or 80 Raven sigiled individuals in this throne room. And as they're funneling in, the Grandmaster looks to all of you, look down at all of you, almost a giant, truly, and says,
So, after Raitan is defeated, what do all of you wish to do? In a world with no more darkness, I'm sure that you could find anything in the world to fulfill your heart's desires.
Well, perhaps I'd swim the depths of the sea once again. My quest to find light has brought me out of those dark waters for far too long.
I'm sure the cold does you no favors.
Cold wind doesn't compare to the surrounding ice of an ocean.
Well, I encourage you to enjoy a summer, at least one. This eternal winter hasn't ceased since Raitan's supposed return of rule. But as soon as he is defeated, Spring will come again, and winter will be no more. What of you?
Looking to you, Clementine.
One of your size and stature, I'm sure you could think of something better to do than fighting the Dark One.
Her eyes are gonna grow really big and look at the rest of the group and then look back at the guy. I guess since the darkness took my family, I would find a new one. And then she's just gonna like twiddle her thumbs.
Yes, family is important in this life. And if you would like, those of my clan are always looking for new members. If you show your worth, it does not matter your size physically, but the size of your heart and the care and compassion you carry with you. And of you, man,
And looking to you, Wicker.
of interesting attire.
As for my clothes, I've got no dreams of grandiose. I think the only reason we fight is peace. Once I get a bit of that, I'll just stay with me, till the land, and keep all manner of insects and just live quietly.
A quiet life is coveted by most. With the victory of Rotan, you shall have as much quiet as you seek, I can only imagine. And then finally you, master of the weave, I can see.
I am no master. I am just a servant. A servant is all I shall be.
Yes. That's a good way to think of it.
So, after going through all four of you, I'd like all four of you to make deception checks.
Can I? Does sorry, I don't remember your character's name, Felicity.
Clementine.
Clementine, yes. Does Clementine have the lowest charisma out of all of us?
I actually have 13.
13.
So it's okay. I mean,
I have
great.
16.
I have.
Oh!
I rolled really low.
Did you want to
If you
do?
would have waited, Connor, I was gonna give you portent, but I have to do it before you roll.
Oh, that's okay. We can say that we
Right.
would have known. It's just a one shot. It's okay.
So you can have a 15.
So 16. Okay.
Okay.
Do you roll? Do you want me to roll now?
Yep. Everybody, go ahead and roll one.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was doing.
Yep. Everybody, roll deception.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with disadvantage.
Clementine.
Oh, how the fuck?
Woo!
Nice.
All right.
I don't even.
Oh,
know.
I-
Wow.
I know it's.
Oh, big yikes.
I might be what messes it up. Let's see here.
No, it's
If I rolled
messed
natural
up.
one.
Okay, 9. Alrighty.
Oh my god.
But I wasn't lying. That's all he wants. Can I use? It still wouldn't matter. It still would have been a natural one.
Yeah, because it's that's the issue is like even though it's not lying, it's the intention behind your words, and trying to think. So you see him look down at each one of you, and you can see that smile slowly begin to fade.
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. I know that scent. I know that filth in my keep.
And his voice begins to boom and echo, And as the other ones, you can see the other members, they begin to draw swords and begin to conjure spells in their hands. And as he goes to reach for his sword in his hilt, and as he goes to pull it out, there is this hissing noise that begins to emerge from the orb. And as he goes to drop it, it doesn't even roll off of his hand before you can see this just cracking noise. Almost not of glass, but of existence itself shattering around his hand, and then all around the four of you, completely consuming not just the room but the keep itself, tearing apart everything and sending shockwaves throughout the entire area. This boom, and with that, all four of you begin to slip and slide and fall through these different broken caravans and caverns, now slipping and sliding through until eventually landing on the ground on your feet in an underground cave system somewhere unaware of where you actually are. All you can hear is the shouting and screaming of voices. You can hear someone shout out, "The Grandmaster is dead! The Grandmaster is dead!" And you can hear people yelling and screaming, "Where are they? Where are the dark friends? Where are they?" Just shouting out, "Down there! They're down there!" And you can hear people beginning to run and arm. Whoever was not killed are now trying to mobilize to try and find you. What are the four of you doing in this current moment?
What does our surrounding look like? Are we still sliding, or have we...
No. Right now you've landed on your feet, and you can see that there is a pathway in front of you that diverges off into two separate wings. One to the left, one to the right, forking the path of this cave system.
Well, that happened sooner than I expected.
Let's go right, and then Clementine's gonna start running right.
Sounds good.
Okay, so all of you begin to run right. Good to know. So you begin to run and dash and sprint. Just starting off, I'd like to know about how fast all of you are going, so I'd like each and every one of you to make an athletics check for me real quick, just to see your sprinting speed, about who's keeping up with who.
Okay, got a +9, but with disadvantage.
Woo!
Okay, so,
I'm doing well.
Okay, 21, 11...
This is a very malnourished man, so he's not
Yeah,
much.
This is the group of rolls that has made the most sense yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, all of you begin to dart and take off. Nakure and Clementine, the two of you, definitely able to make a little bit more ground, and you do end up pushing Cassius and Wicker a little bit harder, so that way they're able to run and keep up with the two of you. You begin to dart and sprint and dashing through different caverns. Now you can start to hear the sounds of people approaching. You know that you were looking for the Waystones, and Cassius, being in tune with the weave as you are, you have a general idea, taking the right path. You know that it's close. There's no need to double back or head around. There's no way that they might be able to, at least as of right now, head you off as easily. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of rolls for them real quick to see if they are able to get any. That's a 9. Oh, that's off the dice. That's a 7, and that is a natural 1. Okay, so with that, as there are these three different groups that you can hear, different sets of feet stomping after you, giant great swords like slamming against pieces of stone, as all of you are like running through, darting through different caverns and different passageways. You can hear stone cracking and breaking open and falling apart as these giant hands begin to reach through the stone, trying to grab at you. We'll say, Cassius, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, because luckily your two allies are able to keep you pretty safe right now. So these hands try and reach out and grab at you, pulling you in through the stone. Let's see what happens here.
A check or a saving throw?
A saving throw. Oh, okay. So the hand is able to grab onto you and pull you into the stone. And Cassius, you're going to go ahead and take 8. 19 points of bludgeoning damage as the hand grabs onto you and just slams you into the stone 2 times. Just crack, crack, slamming your head into the stone and begins to break. All of you see Cassius grabbed and pulled onto. What are you doing? Turning around for him, or are you leaving him be?
I'm near him. I will. I'll stop to help.
Okay, alrighty, Cassius, go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage for me, or if you have something else you'd like to do spell-wise, you can try and do that.
Clementine will also be like,
Um,
God damn it, and she'll turn around and try and help him out, but she won't stick around for a long time, so.
Yeah, same with Nakure.
Okay,
He'll
so-
watch and see how this goes.
Okay, so Nakure's staying back. Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter towards the guy who's stabbing me.
Okay. DC 17?
Yes.
Okay, so on the one who is holding you, one of the stronger brutes, as you cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter, you can just hear this this pained laughter as the hand lets go, and you can hear this behind you. So with that, Wicker, and right as you turn around, Clementine, to help, you can already see the hands off, and he's running back with you. Wicker, you pull him, push him in front of you, and the four of you continue to run. So Nakure, you didn't have to do anything. However, Cassius, you do notice Nakure did not come to your aid at all. He turned around for a moment. So you can log that if you will. So with that, the rest of you continue to run, and you can hear the slamming on stone on all sides. But now that Cassius sent you here, I'd like you to go ahead and make an Arcana check. As you come up to a fork in the path again, you know that it is either left or right, one of those two ways. Let's see if your Arcana can come in handy.
This with advantage or a straight roll?
I'd say with advantage, right? Because you're blind, and your character's been all about the weave, so... Okay, 17, that is just enough. 17, it's to the left. You know it's to the left. You can feel that waystone to the left. So you tell everybody to go left, and you begin running, and all of you can see, eventually, after maybe 5 more minutes of running, you can hear maybe 40, 50 footsteps behind you are the Goliaths. And you eventually get to a large room. You can see this pedestal in the center standing maybe 10 feet tall with these different runes etched in all around it, glowing this deep blue color. As all of you approach it, Cassius, as part of your preparation for this mission, you did learn how to use the waystones. Now, the thing with the waystones are, specifically those made by the Goliaths, as your research has told you, is that it's not from one stone to another. You actually go through the realm between, where you go into the stone, and then you actually have to traverse through different corridors and staircases and platforms to find another waystone that will lead you to where you need to go.
Okay, that's really confusing, but I'll definitely try.
Okay, alrighty, so go ahead and make another Arcana check with advantage for me. So pretty much, it's not just like teleporting from one location to another, it's teleporting into a different realm that pretty much has doorways into different... Wow, that's crazy.
1 and 20.
Oh my God.
It is like a... it's like it leads into a hallway that leads into different doorways, and those doorways just open up into different parts of the material plane.
Okay.
That's the best way to think about it. So...
Magic interdimensional highway.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the internet, yeah.
So you conjure into the stones, wisping around the different magics. So I'd like you to mark off a 3rd level spell slot for me. Using the magic, you discharge, and there is a portal that opens up in front of you. So with that, the four of you going through...
How do I mark off a spell slot without... Should I just, like, cast a random spell?
No, you should just be able to edit the number.
Where is that in my spell book?
Yeah. 3rd level spells, and there's like 2 out of 3.
Oh, yes. Why do I... Okay. I was supposed to gain one back. I gained... Because I used my... I don't know if I said it, but I meant to do my wizard thing where I gained spells back, whatever that's called, on my short rest.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
So can I just leave it the way it is then?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, with that, you all go through the portal, and you make your way into the realm between. So, as you step through, there is this twisting feeling, not as dark and disturbing as the time when the Dark One moved you through, but it still is a twisting sensation. It is not good. You feel sickened, but eventually you do make your way through. and you can start to see the cascading staircases and platforms in front of you, and in the distance, several different waystones that lead out of the area where you currently are. However, it is just an issue of getting there, as it still is a bit of a journey to walk and run to get to those places. So, as all of you make your way, you can hear the Goliaths are making their way out behind you. So, I'd like another round of athletics checks as you are making your way towards at least one of the other waystones.
How narrow is the space that we're in?
It's a wide open area.
Oh, okay.
Ah, shit.
Ooh.
Can I,
Exhaustion
wait,
finally
what
got
kind
me.
Sorry. What check is this? Is athletics
yeah.
again?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just for running, or did you say there was like platforms?
Yeah, it's like platforms with staircases.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I will use my seeing Cassius struggling a little bit. This might kill us both, but damn it, I'm gonna try. Writhing Tide, and the bees are going to create like almost a flying carpet of bees,
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
and I
okay.
gain a flying speed of 10 feet and can hover. And so I'm gonna like I'll see how well I roll on athletics first before I say anything. I might need to about not dying.
I also got a natural 1, just for reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So with that, Wicker, as you are able to conjure the bees underneath you and you begin to fly and hover, you can see that the terrain of the different staircases and platforms are not an issue for you, but what is an issue for you is you can see that Cassius, as he's beginning to run, and Nakure, as he's beginning to run, both of them heading down the staircase at the same time, they end up bumping into each other, and you can see both of them begin to fall off of the staircase. The force of Nakure into Cassius, the pushing back of Cassius, that both of them begin to split and fall off into the abyssal darkness and astral emptiness that is below these staircases and platforms. Both of them falling. Wicker, you can save one, and then Clementine, if you'd like to try and reach out, you can try and save the other one.
Before
Yeah.
any of them do it, can I cast polymorph on myself to turn myself into a bird?
Yes, you could. Yeah. Okay. So then as you're falling, you cast polymorph, you turn yourself into a bird. However, now you have the intelligence of a bird. You don't really remember what you were doing here. All you know is that
don't
you're a
get to
bird.
keep it?
No. You only change the physical stat.
Okay,
Or-
I'm gonna.
When I'm falling,
Good.
can I shout for somebody to attack me when I get back up? Like, that's okay. That's silly and metagamey. I won't do that.
So let me ask this. I use Mage Hand. Can I grab a bird?
yeah,
that
I'd say
too
you'd have to
strong
roll
for
an
a
attack,
maiden?
because probably the bird wouldn't want to be grabbed.
Okay, and then at that point, probably just yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Double B action then. Or wait, yeah, Cameron, were you saying you're gonna call out something while you fall, or?
Oh, that was metagamey and me saying something after
Okay.
I'd already decided what I was doing. So,
I'm gonna.
I do also. I don't know if my my connection to my owl. I'll also just turn into an owl, by the way.
Okay.
But can my owl like grab me? Because it's still connected to me, I guess, right? I don't know.
Yeah, since it's a familiar, yeah, it has a telepathic connection with you.
Can it remind me what I'm doing?
It's just that you don't really have the intelligence to comprehend that as a bird. Because
Okay,
as a bird, you're just like, survive.
Then when I'm falling, can I, before I cast polymorph, I'm gonna call out to my bird telepathically to kill me as a bird when I get back up.
Okay. Alrighty. So you cast polymorph on
do
yourself,
that.
turn into an owl, you fly up and away, and as soon as you're over one of the platforms, your bird lunges at you, scratches into you, you turn back into a human. There you go.
I laugh because I imagine this has happened before.
Yeah.
All right.
I will kill me when I'm
B
back.
magic carpet. Yeah, Wicker surfing on these will run over and reach a hand up to Nakure.
Okay, so Nakure, with that, you are able to grab on and pull yourself up thanks to Wicker balancing yourself on the steps, continuing to run. However, the thing that you begin to notice as you're moving throughout these different interconnected platforms, the stone steps twirling around, connecting to themselves, and then eventually seeing the waystone on the other side, you see that from the waystone behind you, Goliaths are now starting to pour in, all of them wearing the sigil of the double swords of the warriors, holding those great swords, and as you're beginning to run, you can see that there are also Goliaths coming out of the waystone that you were headed to, now stuck between a rock and a hard place as you are all on the central platform, stairs going up to the waystone you need to be at, and stairs going down where Goliaths are coming after you. What do the four of you do?
Right,
There's
first things first,
Is there more waystone options, or is there just one we were supposed to go to?
No, this is the one where Cassius is compelled to go to.
Okay, but there's other options that we could leave through.
Not right now. Right now, you guys are on one platform that leads up. So you are stuck.
So we're stuck.
You're stuck. So what do you do?
Well,
you can
Clementine's going to get out her handgun again and just hunker down, getting ready to shoot some bitches.
Okay. Alrighty.
I can slow down.
Are there more in front of us or behind us?
Behind you.
Okay. I'm going to turn around. My eyes are going to flash open again, and I'm going to start weaving my arms in a circular motion. And you see this kind of like aura permeate out of me, and these patterns start to like swirl and appear in the sky, and I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern in a 30-foot radius, trying to get as many as I can.
Okay, go ahead and drop
it. Might be 30.
Hypnotic Pattern in there for
30
me.
30-foot cube, not radius.
I just want to see what exactly the creature's food must pattern with wisdom saving throw. Incapacitated. Nice. The spell ended and if creature takes any damage or someone else has used this. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. The opposite group to try and throw them. Oh, okay. Go ahead and drop Windwall in there for me. So let's just roll 3 wisdom saving throws. Oh shit! Really? Hot damn. Okay, those are all 3 failures. So I'm going to say that there are 30 Goliaths that you're able to catch in that 30-foot cube, and if when you do that, they just sort of all stop and freeze and are charmed by you. And then as other Goliaths like slam into them, there are just ones that just fall off of the edge, probably about 20 or 25, that just begin to cascade and fumble and fall off of the edge. And then, Wicker, you cast Windwall?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it pop up. It doesn't like doing that, though.
Oh, God, okay. Let me see. Look.
I'm, like, trying to roll. It's not working. I'm trying... info, it's not working. Trying to do the save, it's not working.
Oh, there we go. So what you have to do with spells is you have to, like, where the name is, there's like a little, like, D20 icon that pops up. You have to click on that.
Oh, there it is. Hello.
A non-spell.
There we go.
Figuring out how to use
Yeah.
I have played a martial spell since I was born.
Okay, so then DC 15 strength saving throws. So let's see what these ones do. 13, that's a failure. That's 1 success. And then, okay, that is another success. So the wind wall, not as successful as the hypnotic pattern, but still, as you lay it down among the staircase going up, as he was throwing the hypnotic pattern at the staircase going down, there are about 10 to 15 Goliaths that are thrown up into the air and then off down into the sides of the astral abyss that is below them, just being consumed by the darkness underneath. So as they fall, screaming, yelling, their brothers and sisters reaching out to try and save them, but unable to do so, you can see that they're still pouring out of the waystones above and behind you. They're slowed down for the moment. Clementine, I'd like you to make Go ahead and make 3 dexterity checks for me, as you are just constantly firing off your Omni weapon.
Dexterity checks?
Yeah, dexterity checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ability check. There should be 1. That should be 2. As long as they all go through. And that should be 3. Please all go through. Please. Oh, normal.
Okay, there we go. Oh, that
Only
was almost
one?
a 20. 16, that was 1.
Oh my gosh, why did it do that? I thought I did 3. It's fine. Normal. There we go.
2.
Well, that one sucks.
And then 13. Okay, so still good. So as you are holding out the Omni weapon revolver that you conjure, you just not having any need to reload, given the fact that of its magical qualities, you just keep firing off north and south of your direction, and you end up killing probably 9 or 10 different Goliaths, just stalling and stalling for time, trying to figure out something to do, but they just keep pouring out one way or the other. But you are slaughtering these Goliaths, and they just keep falling, and you can start to hear this rumbling from underneath you, this rolling and cracking noise from different stone pedestals and staircases all around you. With that, last thing here, Nakure, what are you doing? You're the only one who hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, I as a disgraced Triton, I know the spell Water Wall innately. So I would like to just look at whichever end needs more help, and I will throw down a water wall.
Okay, so you head towards the north one, headed up to where you need to go.
Yeah. And then the actual wall itself, I had to do everything manually, so I didn't get it on my sheet, but I have it right here in the book. So, casting time and action, range 60 feet, it's concentration for up to 10 minutes. I'm going to make the wall 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick of just water.
Okay.
And it is difficult terrain. Any attacks that enter the space have disadvantage. And if anybody does cold damage to the wall, it turns into solid ice that they have to break.
Ooh, okay.
So, if nothing else, it's slowing them all down because of difficult terrain and keeping them from making any ranged attacks through it. And then, if somebody wants to ice it, then it'll ice.
Okay, so you cast that.
And then-
I don't think I have any ice spells.
Well, shit.
That is okay. So as you cast that, I'll go ahead and say, go ahead and make 2 strength checks with advantage for me.
Okay.
I'm not going to count these as ability checks because these are technically just attack rolls, but it's just for the flavor to see how much damage you do. So these will just actually be with advantage.
Okay. Cool. Ability check, advantage.
Boom.
Boom. Ability check, advantage.
Okay, well,
It's not rolling it with advantage,
there we go.
is it?
Yeah,
Oh, there,
it
yeah.
lied. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
It lied.
Okay, so a 9 and 21. Alrighty, so you conjure the water wall and you run up north where there are more people and you just begin to cut through them. Being in the water yourself, you feel a natural connection, so there is some dexterity. It's a little odd being back in it at first. You're only able to cut through maybe 2 or 3, but then as you start to get your rhythm, you start to really dig in and feed into the water, just like a shark when it smells blood. You begin to go into that frenzy, you begin to go into that rage, and you are able to cut through about 15 or 20 different Goliaths, just twirling your glaive, absolutely demolishing most of these Goliaths that come your way, but there are so many pouring through these waystones. But as you demolish those last few and they begin to fall and disappear in that abyss, those of you who are more perceptive, you can see that darkness that was beneath you is growing ever more present and is growing and growing and growing until Nakure, as you kill that last Goliath and it goes flying off into the abyss, screaming out in agony and pain, you can start to hear that cracking, that rumbling. And all you see is this swirling black fog begin to move up and around the staircases, and begins to just curl around towards the Goliaths. And as soon as that fog touches those Goliaths, they just begin to scream in pain. And then there's no bones, no armor, no nothing left of them after the fog consumes them all, and then vanishes back down to the ground. And there's nothing left of those Goliaths that were attacking you. You have fed something in here, and it has awoken, and it is very thankful for what you've done. And you can see those staircases are open, and the waystone crackles with energy once more, but it is a familiar red and gold, swirling with black shadows. And you can see exiting from that portal is him. Same robes of gold and red, with a golden mask stained with blood red tears. He looks to all of you and looks to the black fog retreating back into the abyss. And he says, "Good. It is done then. Come with me, my children. I'd like you to see something." And he walks through the portal in front of him, leaving it open for all of you.
Clementine's gonna pack her gun back up, and it's gonna compact into the stone, and she's gonna put it in her pocket and then follow him.
Okay. Alrighty, so you follow him
Away.
through. All of you do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would say, who would probably be the last person to go through the portal? Just so I know, for...
Probably Cassius.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too.
So, Cassius, as you are walking through the portal, and you are taking your final steps, the owl is the last thing to enter through. As it's taking its steps, and the constant spinning of the head on a 180-degree axis, looking behind you, too late for you to react or do anything. Just as the owl is following through, you can see one Goliath remaining. Just one. Smaller build, smaller frame, weak. You don't worry too much about it because, well, whatever that fog was, we'll surely deal with them shortly. So you step through, and as you do, you can see a collection of... Well, you can see a much greater area in front of you. You see snow-topped evergreen trees. And you can see the sprinkles of gleaming blue stone. And one by one, that stone's light is diminished. One by one by one by one. All in this area, framed out with mountains to its west and to its north and to its south, but a coast to its east. You can see the keeps diminish in light and crumble and fall to the ground until only skeletons of what they once were remain. And you can see he turns to you, and you can see a smile curl across his face. And he says, "You have done it. You succeeded. Soon you will all have what is yours. First it was them, then to those who claim to be servants of the light.
fighting for Nabir Taman, then there will only be me. There will be no more weave. There will only be me. And he turns and smiles again. You have done good, my chosen. I grant you this gift. And he walks over towards you, and you can see this bead of reddish, orange, and black energy conjure in his hands, and he just touches each one of you where your heart would be. Tap, 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 tap. And you can feel darkness swell in your veins, corruption take over your body. Whatever doubts or empathy you had is gone. You feel life. Not just temporary, but eternal life embrace you. You feel darkness overcome you, but you are eternal now. And you are his chosen, and you will fight for him. You will fight for him until he is all that remains. As you stand there looking over the remnants of the battlefield, the first of very few steps to finally end this constant cycle of light and dark, of weave and will, you see wings in the sky above you. A wingspan that is equal to that of a mountain range. One of the mightiest dragons you've ever seen begins to fly around the area and slam down into the ground, unleashing this terrible breath attack that covers almost an entire range of forest on the opposite side of a river, burning the entirety of it. And you can see the beads of light that are the Dark One's eyes raise. And you see that dragon begin to fly towards all of you. And you can see a man on that dragon, riding it. An elvish man. Deep golden skin, purple eyes, and longer blonde hair, wearing the armor of a battle mage, of a sorcerer. Riding this multicolored metallic dragon, shimmering scales of bronze and gold and silver and platinum. And as that dragon swoops and the rider come down to meet you, the Dark One turns to you and says, "This is my fight. Too long has he evaded me, and he will never evade me again. You all will go to find this Nabir Tamorn, and you will destroy it. You will do my bidding." And with that, you see the dragon land near all of you, and the rider dismount, and a voice boom. "Raiten! I knew you had returned, but These clans, they have nothing to do with our conflict. This ends now. I refuse to let you go forward another step in whatever plans you're hatching. I have given you time after time after time, chance after chance, and I will do so no longer. This ends now, and this ends here." And you can see the Dark One turn to you and say, "Remember, Much of the future hinges on your success or failure. Do not disappoint me.
With that, his fingers snap towards each one of you. You disappear, enveloped into that shadow and darkness. Moving on to your next job, hoping that whatever conflict happens between your master, the one of Eternal Dark, and whoever that was, you carry out your job to the best of your ability, and you hope that your master has won. And with that, I think that is where we should end this one-shot, because I think some things need to be discovered by the Salamander Coast. So that's where we're going to end today's one-shot, and
Shit.
I think
Play those
that
characters.
I think that's going to be
Shit.
I think that's going to be it.
There's more to
Yeah.
learn. God, we learned so
You
much.
you know what this is like? This is like when they put out a DLC for a game that's been out for a while, and you're like, oh, this is actually necessary content.
Yeah,
It's just, we just got a lot of shit.
yeah, you did.
Evan going to catch up.
Yeah, he is. Holy crap.
Foil cap theory is going on in the Discord right now.
Wait, what's going on?
My tinfoil caps theory is going on. I'm putting that in the Discord right now. I think
Yeah,
I
I
have
saw
an
you put in the chat that
idea.
you came to realizations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I have ideas of some things.
Well, I'm excited to read
Yeah,
them.
I've got thoughts, but as one of the co-designers of the lore of Illica, I will keep some of them to myself. but
I respect that.
but yeah, man, this was fucking cool.
I don't even know.
It's
what
one of
to
the
say,
co of lore.
Yeah, and then
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna share shit. Like not like shit that I've written, or because I don't know where the story's going. Like, I've had to read a bunch of stuff, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, because my thing is, and I'll say this right now just for transparency's sake, while Connor and Mark are helping with the world building, and I really appreciate their help, anything related to the storylines or the lore specifically related to any of the 3 campaigns, or to at least for those 2, for the Salamander Coast, they get none of that. And anything related to the Dark One conflict, they know none of that stuff. So this is... and all the players co-lore writers simply by making the decision. That is true. Plus, I hope that you guys enjoy, having to one day fight these people, but in their heightened
Oh my god.
Dark One embraced stance. You guys gave me some really cool NPCs to use. So thank you.
Are we gonna fight them all at once or one at a time?
You die
Oh,
so
yeah.
quickly.
I guess we'll see what happens. Beevil.
Well, for the next session.
Evil.
Oh man. Well, there might be some stuff happening. Man, next Salamander Coast session is going to be wild. I'll tell you what.
It is. I'm so ready.
Oh god. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for watching.
No, even worse.
Well, if you haven't already, please go ahead and join the Discord. There's already fan art. You can theorize if you want. I'd love to hear what you have to say because I'm curious. You can't die. Isles has to kill you guys.
That's fair.
Oh, y'all, the Salamander Coast is some poor shrimps right now.
End game time.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciate you for watching this episode. In case you came in partway through, will be uploaded to YouTube in 3 days. So that'll be Friday is when it'll be available on YouTube publicly. If you'd like to catch it early in case you missed it, you can always... I think that this is the link. You can always become a supporter on Patreon if you want to. I'm never going to restrict content there. It's just a way for people who want to support the channel. Gives them an incentive. You can watch the stuff early, and any content that I'm making, you can get early. Also, if you have any questions for me about choices I made, you can ask them there. Alrighty, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I'm happy. Legit makes my day. I'm happy to see how active the chat is. It honestly slays my heart to know. Okay, so with that, that's it. So if you'd like more D&D, either come back next Tuesday for the Salamander Coast after their fucking revelations here, or on Friday for the Explorers of Efera, or this Saturday for a... It's up in the air right now, but it'll most likely be a battle royale between at least 4 or 5 different PCs split out from my 3 different campaigns. So it'll be a shorter one, maybe only 2 hours. It is only the 3 of them versus, they're the 5 of them versus each other. But I have a really good feeling that's going to be a lot of fun. So tune into that next Saturday, or just hang around for the Salamander Coast next Tuesday. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you, regardless of what time of day it is for you, I hope that you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you Tuesday, Saturday, or Friday. Farewell.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.